We'll start after the ad break as always. Also, yeah, actually, I'm gonna go into this after the ad break. Give me a second. Hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome into the stream. Let me see. What was first today? I think it was Mermaid was first today. Thank you for the first redeem. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Xander, good to see you. Quack, good to see you. Onishiba, good to see you too. Centrina, good to see you. You're heading to bed soon. Sounds good. Let's see. No one important, good to see you too. Yumi, little early for you, but nice to see you too. Vampiria, good to see you. Cheesy, nice to see you also dropping by today. Let's see, did I miss anybody? Duns, good to see you too. Hypnotic, good to see you also. And I think I covered everyone who's chatted so far today. Cool. Welcome into the stream. Hope everyone's doing good. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Hope Sunday has been fine and dandy for everyone here. And Bleems, good to see you too. Hello. I just wanted to make a quick announcement about the Discord. I just wanted to quickly say, really quickly, that I have added a new rule to the Discord about adding me as a friend. I had some stuff come up where somebody actually sent me a lewd last night. I didn't see it until like this morning, which was kind of crazy, and so I blocked them. But I'm gonna try and like prevent that from happening by just closing off like my DMs from that, and kind of just wanted to make that announcement really quick. As I am saying that, I just literally just got added again with another friend request, which is crazy. But yeah, that did actually happen. So we're you know, just don't do that, please. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. I know, like, you know, it kind of happens, but yeah, kind of happens, I guess. Let's see. That's honestly crazy. No, yeah, I honestly wasn't expecting it. I woke up this morning, I got up like because I went to sleep early last night, did some stuff. Hi Peace, welcome in. Hope you're doing super good. Welcome. But yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna keep like kind of the friends that I already have friended, and then I'm probably gonna not add any more just in case. You can still DM me technically if you're in the Discord, because my DMs are completely open. So you should be able to still DM me, but like it will be sent through like the message stuff, right? So if I like see that it's like attached with an image, I'm probably not gonna open it just in case, because I saw some stuff that I did not want to see, which is crazy. Like I'm flattered, thank you, but like not really my type of thing. All right. Thought it was an unspoken rule not to add YouTubers, VTubers, or any other social media peeps. I thought so too. I mean, usually I accept it because I'm just like, okay, well, if somebody has like, you know, like an issue with like the Discord server, or they have something like important to tell me, usually I'm able to like do that. And just like usually like no one, you know, because this is the first time this has ever happened to me, to be honest with you. Usually people are very like, you know, like they have something to tell me or something important to add me, so like I usually don't have issues there with that. What happened, I basically had gotten sent like a bunch of friend requests, and I've like slowly accepted them, thinking that they were like pretty important, because I thought like people had something to say to me, basically, just kind of inform me about some stuff. Turns out it was not quite as important as I thought. It was they sent me like images that I did not want to see. So I'm trying to like move away from that, hopefully. But yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm flattered, but like, please don't do that. Christine, good to see you too. Hope you're doing super well. It has been a hot minute, I believe, right? Actually, no, it hasn't really been a hot minute. It's been like a day, I'd say. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Hope you're doing super well. Welcome in. Hi Lily, hope you're doing well too. Not comfy stuff, naughty things, exactly. It was a bit of a kind of a sideline. I wasn't really expecting it. Like, it was kind of one of those things where I was just kind of sitting there, and I opened my Discord to see if like there was anything I needed to catch up on, because sometimes stuff happens while I'm sleeping, and I saw a DM and I was just like, oh, this is, you know, I gotta get to this, and I opened it and I just get flashbanged. I just get completely flashbanged. You're doing good. How about you, Tree? I'm doing great. I got some good rest last night, finished all my chores today, got a lot of stuff taken care of, which was great. And Razzie, hello. Hope you're doing super well too. Yeah, and the other Oni, hope you're doing super well too. Just welcome in. Chat, why can't Monday be considered a weekend day too? It is true. This is true. It should be 3-day weekend, 4-day weekday. Hey. But, you know, It's just how it is. You're doing good. I'm glad to hear it. I am glad to hear it. Yeah, I sound a lot better, I think, like, you know, voice wise and everything, because I'm actually coming in here with a good mental space and, you know, good rest and everything like that, which is super nice. I also made sure to eat before stream. I took care of like everything that I needed to take care of before stream. It was great. It was great. You never accept a friend request from someone you don't know. I mean, I guess, but sometimes I always feel like if, you know, like sometimes it might be something, because I've never had this happen before, and I thought it was something really important that I needed to deal with, which is why like I accepted it. I was thinking like, oh, maybe they have like something really important to tell me or something like that, and I just got are we talking about Instagram? No, we're talking about my Discord. I got added on Discord and got some crazy messages last night, and I'm just ow. Asher, thank you for the follow, really do appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. My name is Tree, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. I am a capybara VTuber who runs the Cafe Bara. We are currently doing a chatting stream where we kind of chat about any and everything. Feel free to bring up topics, lurk, chill, vibe, do whatever you need to do to relax and have a good time. Ren having a good sleep schedule now. Maybe. Now, it was good last night, but I am slightly tired, but not as much as I usually am, which is great. I feel great. Really, really good. Hi. Thank you for your first chat. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you. Hope you're doing wonderfully. Tree, you're now taunting fate now. Accepting randos is something I would never do. I know, it was so crazy. Tree, have you played any instruments? I used to play the trumpet of all instruments, surprisingly. This was in high school, which is super interesting. 3 a.m. have yet to sleep. Get some rest. Let's see. But yeah, it's kind of ironic to kind of like, you know, say that, and then because literally I'm not even joking too, like right when I started stream, and like because I made the rule this morning, like this morning I woke up, saw the message, blocked them, made the rule, and I was just like, hey guys, you know, like I'm all down to talking, because I feel like I'm super open to talking about like two people, like regardless of what, you know, it is about outside of certain topics. Obviously, thank you for the throw. So I made that rule today on my Discord for the server and everything like that, but then like right when I started stream today, I instantly got a friend request. Like I literally watched the number go up again, and then I got another message request, and as much as I like appreciate it, I'm really flattered, but like I'm not gonna accept it. If you're watching the stream, I'm not gonna accept it. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. I'm a little bit scarred. My eyes are kind of burned out from this morning. Zelania, hello, hi, hope you're doing super well. How is your Sunday? Honestly, same though. Uni classes are crazy. You start this weekend again and you got a week break. That is fair. I don't know. School's kind of rough. I'm so glad to be outside of school nowadays. I don't like the school work. It's too much work. It's too much investment. It's like literally Monday too, so it's like the worst, because like if you've been staying up long on the weekends, you're about to run into the Monday pretty rough. Hope that never happens again to you, Ren. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I don't think it will happen. I think a lot of people here have a lot of like, you know, respect for themselves, respect for me, and kind of like are really cool people. It was just kind of like out of the blue. It was no one that I like had recognized too. I had thought that they had joined my server, and they were in the Discord, I believe, but they had never actually chatted, and so I like had no clue. Cheesy, thank you for the vibing cat redeem. I appreciate it. Zandy, hello. Thank you for your first chat. Welcome into the stream. My name is Tree, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. I am a capybara VTuber, who runs the Cafe Bara. We are doing a chatting stream, chatting about any and everything. Feel free to bring up any topics, ask me questions, lurk, do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel comfortable. Yes, they are currently gone now. they were a member of the server, so I guess they were technically a member of our community, but they had never actually chatted, which is quite interesting. And so I thought that since like they never chatted or stuff like that, I only found out afterwards. I didn't really notice the name, but I usually just accept it just to see like, okay, what's going on? Is somebody, you know, because you never know sometimes if somebody like needs something from you, or it's like something that they really need to tell you, or it's like important information or anything like that. So I thought personally that it would be pretty safe to at least check it out. I wasn't expecting kind of like the messages to be what they were. You know, at least they haven't gotten to my email yet. I have yet to get a interesting email, and I'm hoping that that is going to like stay the same. Let's see, I got a 3-day weekend because of road work is blocking your school. Ah, I gotcha. You went to a concert last night. That's cool. That's very cool. V3, good to see you too, man. I'm doing well. I just finished teaching one of my mutuals French today. How are you? I am doing great. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Might be a hacked account / spam account. It could have been. Honestly, it could have been. I don't know. I mean, let's see. Have you read Percy Jackson? I have read Percy Jackson. You went to see Marianas Trench, your favorite band. Mom paid for it because she loves me. That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Percy Jackson is really good though. I haven't read the Percy Jackson books in a hot minute, but I've read like most of them except like kind of the newer ones. Let's see. Just came back from a lavender farm, and man, does it calm a person. Agreed. I actually really love the lavender stuff. Ren, are we doing anything today? We are mainly just chatting. I didn't really have anything planned for today because I got really busy, and like as much as I like playing games, I kind of have to buy them, and it's a little bit expensive right now, so I'm just kind of holding off, and because I like doing chatting, so it's like fine. My cousin wants to watch with me. Is this a family appropriate stream? Yes, I would say so. I typically don't do loot stuff, pretty say so. Don't really do anything crazy. I will occasionally curse, but that's only really when playing horror games, because obviously it can get pretty scary and pretty stressful. But if I'm doing a chatting stream, typically I won't curse, like maybe at all. I'd like to say so. Hey, that's actually a pun. I like to say so. Hey, that actually works. As a person who likes quiet, that redeem is so annoying. My opinion, no offense. No, you're totally fine. It's a little bit longer than I would prefer. I've been on the fence about taking it out or kind of shortening it down at some point, but I'm looking into that. Because I know some people really like the redeem, and I don't want to just take it out, especially since it's like already in. Let's see. Farewell person, I need to do some yapping. Feel good. Yep, do your yapping, sir. Tree, can you sing in any other languages? Not really. I only know how to speak one other language, and I have never actually tried singing in it because it's just not something that I do. Does that make sense? Say so, he says, as he makes sub boyfriend ASMR. That was one time and it was a test, okay? It's chill. It's chill. Getting outed for no reason. But yeah, back to the topic that I just wanted to mention though. I think I've covered most of the stuff that I wanted to say. I'm really flattered. I really appreciate that everyone like kind of wants to be my friend and enjoys my content, and I'm totally down to talk with people in VC in the public Discord and talk in the public Discord that we all have. But please don't add me as a friend and send me nudes. You know, it started off very well. You know, I really enjoy your streams. That's good. I was very happy to hear that, and I said thank you. And then a little bit later I got sent an image. Please don't do that. me answering back does not like solidify that I want to see anything like that. So yeah, I just really appreciate it. And we'll move on from there. Bunby, guess what? What's up? I just saw your message. I'm really sorry if I missed it. I am still trying to get through everything because this chat moves pretty fast now. It's a little bit difficult. Oh, thank you for the pager theme. I appreciate it. Pedro, 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 Pedro. Thank the chicken nugget heavens because my cousin was ready to beat me with a pillow because either couldn't find a stream she could watch. That's fair. Ow. Wake. Thank you for the follow. I really do appreciate it. If you have a preference on a particular way you wanted me to say your username, please do tell me. I'm pretty bad at usernames, and that's like the first thing that I saw. I really appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. My name is Tree, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. I am a capybara VTuber who runs the Cafe Bara. Welcome in. We're just doing a chatting stream today, kind of casual, kind of chill. Feel free to bring up topics, chat, do whatever you want to do to make yourself comfortable, you know, at least like following the rules and everything like that. Just call you Wake, that's fine. Good, cool. Treat's getting famous. That's like that's a crazy one. That's a crazy one. Stop ego boosting. You're gonna boost my ego, and that's not good for my health. Thank you for the capybara reading. Thanks so much. Random question, Ren, but are we ever gonna see a food/drink hand cam stream in the late future? Yes, I want to do hand cam streams. I want to do like streams like where I cook. I want to do like really cool stuff in the future. One though, I need to sit down and like figure out how to do it. I'll probably ask people that I know that have done it, because I do know a lot of friends. Ow, thank you for the throw a lot. I have a lot of friends who who have done something similar, so I want to try and do it through that. I do want to ask them kind of like how they keep themselves safe while doing this type of content, etc, etc. But we will see. We will see. You know, I can say a lot of things. If they happen, they happen. If they don't happen, who knows? I can't really promise anything because I don't know at this current time if things will change, because circumstances are always different, if that makes any type of sense. Some people are curious about your ASMR adventure tree. Yeah, so I do make some ASMR content. It's a little bit more different than your typical ASMR, just because for some reason YouTube decided to push a very specific genre that I do, and so I kind of just full sent it into that niche. I mainly do argument-based ASMRs. I personally don't understand why people really enjoy them. I think it's more of the drama aspect of it. I don't think that I have a voice suited for that kind of content, but I guess people think that I do, so there's not really much I can say there on that kind of in that kind of direction. The one thing I will say though is I am actually trying to separate my VTuber persona from my ASMR stuff, because I have gotten some same kind of issues with what we had with DMs. As much as I really appreciate the support on my YouTube videos, I have been added by people who've seen them, and they have gotten pretty wild in my DMs, so I have removed all of them. And so I'm actually trying to split my VTubing stuff with my ASMR stuff and keep them completely separate at this point. So for the people who know, you know what channel it is. It's actually being like switched over right now to another identity that's like completely made up for this specific ASMR stuff. So if you're able to find it again, please just try not to mention it. I just don't want people to like come in and have issues again. It's a lot more complicated than I thought. I didn't think that it would be as extreme as it was, but I guess it kind of was. Yeah, I've been going through a lot recently. With the way that things are growing, it's like there's a lot more eyes, there's a lot more attention, and people are like feeling like they can do a lot of things that I'm a little bit uncomfortable with personally. Because for me, I'm totally fine usually with adding people, friending people, talking with people, because I really enjoy doing that. I think like that's just fun. I'm like really not adverse to adding people at all and just talking with them. But it's like when somebody sends me more of something that it's like completely unwarranted, especially whenever I don't know you, it's like, holy, yeah, can we like chill out on that? Your model is amazing, so is your voice. You seem cool already, and I'm looking up to you to make a VTuber model. Currently studying Japanese, Russian, Norwegian, and Korean, so I may not have the time to stay, but I'll pop in and say hi. Yeah, no problem at all. I appreciate it. A lot of people get really busy with IRL stuff, and I totally get it. It's like, there's no stress to be here. There's no stress to like support. Ow. Hi, Quack and Shion. Hope you're doing good. There's no stress to support in any way. Like, just do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy, outside of breaking the rules. But like, yeah, that's what I always say. Let's see. Thank you for the capybara team. Thanks so much. And Roman, good to see you too. Oh, I did see your message. Scrolling. Cooking or baking? So I would probably do more cooking streams versus baking streams. I feel like baking streams, as much as like I would enjoy doing them, they're a little bit less hands-on, and I don't want you to be looking at like my oven for like 4 hours while something bakes. I would prefer kind of using a little bit more like hand dexterity stuff, and I feel like cooking kind of really allows me to do that, especially since, like, you know, it's a lot more movement, a lot more visually pleasing, I think. Sorry that I couldn't stay to watch Incantation last night. I just can't do horror, and I didn't want to be unable to sleep for a year because I watched it. That's fair. Like I said before, there's no pressure in watching it. I know horror is not for everyone. We just did a horror movie because it's October, and it kind of like fits the theme. But if you don't want to come in, you don't have to force yourself to do so. It makes no difference to me if you come or not. As long as you're like having a good time, it doesn't matter. I thank you for the lurk, Duns. I appreciate it. You are also learning the flute and keyboard. Okay. And then you want to learn the guitar and drums. I want to learn how to play an instrument too for a while now, because I haven't done the trumpet in a really long time. I've been thinking about the guitar, but one, I need to get a guitar. And also, it's like, I don't know if I have the time to do it, especially with streaming. Like, I know, like, because my streams end up being like 6-7 hours long, and it's just like, that's most of the day already. So it's kind of hard to like fit other stuff in. Ren, if you're looking for some games, I can share my library. Maybe I got some stuff of interest. I've had a lot of people mention that recently, that I could use their library. So I'll definitely look into it for sure. But for now, I think I should be fine, because I think I just got added to somebody's library yesterday. But I appreciate the offer, I really do. I think I've mentioned this before when you said you do ASMR. A lot of ASMRists attract parasocial people. Yeah, that's fair. That's fairly fair. I'm a little bit sad that that is the case, because like, it is kind of cool to talk with people who have seen like kind of more of my YouTube content, because then I can kind of get an opinion on what they enjoy about it and like kind of all that stuff, and I get to talk with like new people. I kind of hate that, like, you know, I'm just not able to do that because a lot of them have sent me some really weird stuff. I don't know, that is kind of a shame. That is kind of a shame. Ren, how are you? I am doing good. You didn't give us chicken yesterday? Oh, I was chowing down. There was nothing left. You also want to be an animator / anime artist. Very cool. Very cool. I could never do anything like that. It's a little bit too much. Ren, don't forget us when you get famous and have millions of followers. Now that's a stretch. Now that is a stretch. But I won't, for sure. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, Peace. Oh yeah, the movie was crazy. I didn't know how to join the live, but I really wanted to see the movie. Oh yeah, the movie was on the Discord. We did it in like a stage channel, which was the first time I've ever done that. But once you have a Discord, you should be able to just like click into the stage channel, and it should just show the should show what I'm like sharing on screen, basically from my computer. And so I had it basically streaming from my computer, and it was only like a 2-hour movie. It wasn't bad, honestly. I recommend it. It was not as scary as I thought it would be. I was telling my friend yesterday, who was in there with me, I was telling him, like, it wasn't as scary as I thought. Like, it was definitely an 8 out of 10 movie in terms of like the quality, the storytelling, kind of the ideas that they used. But for like the scare factor, I'd say like maybe 5 out of 10. Wasn't that bad. Really wasn't. Definitely seen much worse. Livy, good to see you. I am good. You are not late. We are only 30 minutes in, and 5 of those minutes were a waiting screen. So welcome. Let's see. You got some Dr. Pepper cream soda. I like the what is that? Is I think that's what that's called. It's like the strawberry and cream soda from Dr. Pepper. That's one that I've been drinking recently a lot of, but I drink the zero sugar version. I drink zero sugar everything. I think I've mentioned this before. I've been trying to cut out sugar from my diet a little bit more because it's like, I feel like it's a little bit unhealthy to have so much sugar coursing through my veins. And so I've been drinking a lot of like sodas, but not really. I've been kind of cutting sodas out of my diet too. But I've been drinking the strawberry and cream. It surprisingly, I kind of enjoy the flavor, but I've gotten a mixed response from sharing it with friends and family because they apparently don't think that it's that good, which is fair. I think everyone's taste buds are different. Hope to see you play Monster Hunter World or Kingdom Hearts, or I believe when you say KH. Yeah, Monster Hunter would be really cool. I know like another streamer friend of mine, she plays it a lot. It does look really interesting. I'm just waiting for Monster Hunter like the Wilds game to come out, because I've been like interested in that one for a hot minute. Let's see. Did you guys have fun watching the movie? Sorry you couldn't join. You're all good. I think the movie was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I know it was like a very it definitely wasn't for everyone. I will say that for sure. The movie was definitely not for everyone, which is super fair. It was one of those things where I felt like I kind of just, because I didn't actually plan on doing a movie night, because one, I've never hosted community events before, because I think it's like pretty evident now that I'm still really new to all of this, even though I have like 4 years of experience. It's like those 4 years don't really equivalent to much because I've never really been in this position before. And so it's a little bit rough and it's a little bit different, and I've never really done community events before. And so with that being said, it was like kind of weird to do it. And so I actually was doing it as a joke. So what I mean by that is, we had saw the true crime case that inspired the movie on stream, and because of that I was just like, oh, it would be really funny as a joke if I was just like, oh, let's watch it on stream, because I was thinking people would be too scared to watch it. Well, turns out everyone was very like excited to watch it, and so I was just like, oh, well, I guess I gotta host the movie night now. And so I planned it out last minute, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Ow. Taran, hope I said your username right. Taran the cat, I appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. Thank you for your follow. I appreciate it. My name is Treat, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. I am a capybara VTuber who runs the Cafe Bara. We are just doing a normal, casual chatting stream. Feel free to bring up any kind of topics, chat, lurk, do whatever you want to do to make yourself comfortable. I appreciate it. No one important. I gotta go for a bit. Be back later, I think. If not, have a lovely stream. I really do appreciate it. Get some good lurk or do whatever you need to do. I appreciate it. Vampiria also is going to lurk. I appreciate it. Have a fun time on YouTube. You fell asleep during the movie, which is crazy. Wait, that is actually crazy. Falling asleep during the movie is actually insane. Especially since it was a horror movie. We were all freaking out and then somebody's just sleeping. That's funny. Hope you had a good nap though during the movie. Which scary movie did you like the most? Honestly, scary movie that I like the most, I feel like that's a hard one. Because one, I don't really consume a lot of like scary movies. Maybe like The Exorcist or something like that. I don't really know. It's been a while since I've watched them. A lot of times I feel like I don't remember a lot of the scary movie titles and names, because like they're very generic in the sense of like, you know, I've seen a lot of them, but like they all have very similar plot lines and storylines, and it's like all their names always get blurred in my head. So I don't know, it's kind of whatever. Wilds is gonna be so fun. Yeah, I'm really excited for Wilds. I have not pre-ordered it yet, but I'm going to probably figure that whole thing out soon. Making myself some fried rice for lunch. That's good. I did start stream a little bit late today because I was actually working on some stuff and I was talking with some people before stream. It is 3 a.m. and I need to sleep even though I don't want to. Yes, definitely get some sleep. I appreciate the hydrate and everything like that. Get some good rest. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. It was good timing. Good timing. Does anyone have a dream so weird that you guys would not tell anyone and try to pretend it never happened? I feel like a lot of people had dreams like that, you know. It just kind of happens sometimes. You just go to sleep and your brain just randomly dreams up some stuff. I just got another message on Discord. That was weird. Okay. I don't see it anymore. Huh. That's super weird. Hi, Phone Charm. Hello, welcome in. How's your night so far? Hope it's not too bad for everyone. I know tomorrow is like school/work for a lot of people. You know, it is a Monday and we are, you know, kind of situated in a Sunday today. But yeah, get some good rest. I appreciate it. Guess who got their foot smashed in a car door? That does not sound good. Do you know that I got smashed in the head by my the trunk door once, like the ones where you press the button and they automatically open and close? I got hit in the head by one of those. I think my dad's new car, and it was like the sharp corner part too, so it hurt really bad. I didn't like bleed or anything like that, which is like really good, but I think I got bruised pretty hard, which is crazy if you want to think about it like that. Yeah, it was rough. This was like recently too. It's like I feel like I have a soft skull. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty good. You made steak for dinner. That's good. I had steak yesterday, but it wasn't for dinner. It was for lunch, which is kind of weird. I feel like steak is like typically I eat for dinner, but I had it for lunch yesterday. It was like a T-bone steak. It was kind of thin because it was one on sale, because usually my grocery store near me, like the local one, has a lot of sales on a certain day, and I really like going there to check things out, because I usually buy most of my produce on sale because it's like just so much cheaper. Because sometimes it's like 40% off or something, which is insane. Like 40% off of anything is like insane. And so I always like go around that time to like make sure I'm like getting good food and feeding myself, because I have this tendency to like not eat as much as I should, and my portion sizes have gone down a lot. A lot of it is due to the fact that like there was a period where I like was trying to lose weight, and I did lose a lot of weight and worked really hard for that, and I've just been used to like the smaller portion sizes. Also, I feel like whenever I stream, I also eat a lot less because I'm more focused on streaming and doing other stuff. It hasn't really negatively affected me this month since I've started, which is good, but I don't know what the lasting impact's gonna be. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hi Stardust. Oh, hey, hope you're doing super well. Welcome in. That's bad, especially in the head. No, yeah, for sure. It was a bit of a dink. We were out buying groceries whenever my parents were home, because I usually only buy groceries whenever I need them. Ow. Angelic, good to see you. Thank you for the throw. Hope your day has been good. Welcome. But I usually buy groceries as I need them, because I don't like storing up a lot of food. I just think, like, as one person, I never end up finishing as much of the food as I would think that I would have finished. But yeah, my parents came home and we just didn't have enough groceries. Holy, what was that? Thank you for the throw a lot, Redeem. My parents did not have enough food at home to feed everyone, and so we went to the grocery store that day, and that's where I got hit in the head by my dad's like car, because like, he pressed the button and it like was coming down, and I couldn't like move my head away from it fast enough, and I just get dinked in the head, which is really sad. But But yeah, no, that it's kind of a casual story. It only happened like recently, I think. I'd say maybe I'd say like 2 weeks ago, maybe. That's whenever they were last home. It feels weird to not have my parents home, but it is nice having the house to myself so I can stream and do other stuff for, you know, without having to like bother people. Because another thing I feel like happens to me a lot is whenever I stream, I sometimes get a little loud, and apparently it like messes with people's sleep, because my house is one of those houses where like things echo really easily because we don't have like a bunch of furniture. I think our house is pretty like pretty sparse in like the furniture compartment, and we don't have like carpeted floors. We have like wooden like panel floors, and so like sounds echo really hard. So it's like streaming is kind of inconvenient whenever you have people here because it gets really loud for other people, because I can sometimes hear like, you know, like my sister's room is whenever I'm in my parents' room, the farthest room from them is my sister's room, and if my sister's in her room and she's like yelling, you can hear it from my parents' room even with the doors closed. It's very loud. It's very loud. I hate grocery shopping. It stresses me out. I don't like driving to the grocery store. I have like this fear of driving now, and I haven't really gotten over it recently. I mean, it's gotten better, I'd say. I don't mind like interacting with people outside for groceries and stuff like that because a lot of it is pretty normal. But I just have this very irrational fear of like putting my hands on the steering wheel and like driving, because I was in like a pretty bad accident, I believe, last year. And so it's kind of put me into this mindset of like, I don't want that to happen again. It's a little scary. Just making sure you're awake. Yep, I am awake. I am fully functioning. I appreciate it. How are your neighbors about it? Any grumps? My neighbors are fine, I'd say, whenever I stream. Now, the good thing about my house is, so I live in like the countryside, in the sense of like, it's like a small town, basically. Like you wouldn't even consider it like a medium-sized town. Like it's more of like a smaller town. And what that means is one of the things that we have in abundance compared to like cities and stuff is land. You have a lot of land, and so the distance between my house to, let's say, my neighbors is pretty far, in the sense of like there's like a big land gap there, which is really inconvenient whenever you have to mow the lawn because there's a lot of grass to mow. But for volume stuff, I typically cannot ever hear what they're doing over there, and they typically can never hear what I'm doing over here. Like you can still visibly see their house. I mean, it's close enough that you can see it, but it's like there's like a big gap. It's not like I'm in like an apartment or something and like someone's like next to me, because it was really different whenever I was in my dorm room and I had like suite mates. Whenever I was in college, I had to be really careful about how I streamed, because like I couldn't play horror games, you know, whenever I was in college, because I scream really loud sometimes depending on the games that I play, and you know, people get really upset especially if they're like trying to go to sleep because they have an exam tomorrow or something. You know, it's really important to be considerate of others. As much as I like love streaming, you know, I'm not the only one living in an apartment. I need to like control my volume so it's like not an issue for people, if that makes any sense at all. And thank you for the lurk. I really do appreciate it. I have ADHD, so I never know what I'm gonna be craving, and I'm terrified of buying groceries and then going to waste because my mood doesn't match what I have in my kitchen. Exactly. That's kind of how I approach my grocery shopping too, is I only buy what I need and never more than that. So I will buy what I'm gonna eat today and maybe tomorrow, and that's the extent of it. If I plan out my entire week with groceries and just buy whatever, a lot of times I just don't feel like I'm in the mood for a specific like ingredient or a specific dish, and I just will leave it there, and then at some point it like goes kind of bad. And plus the grocery store is like only a, 5 to 10 minute drive from me. It's not even that far away. So it's like, why not just go every single day and check if there's like deals and stuff, which, I would do that. It's just I'm a little bit scared of driving, like I was saying before. So recently I haven't really been going to the grocery store. I've just been kind of like surviving off of like the frozen stuff in my fridge, because there's like a huge stockpile of them, because my parents love to go to Costco and you get a lot of stockpiled food from Costco. So I've kind of just been sustaining myself through that, which is probably not healthy. I should probably get more greens and more fruits into my diet, but I think it's fine because we have a lot of like fruit trees in my backyard, and we had a really big harvest of fruit trees recently, and I've been just kind of eating a lot of those because I don't want it to spoil. It's really nice like having your own fruits, because one, they're like extra sweet, they're also like very healthy, and it's like free. You don't have to pay a dime for them, which is really nice. It's really, really nice. Good to see you, Jay. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a wonderful night so far. I feel that, but I also hate wasting food, so I'll end up eating any food I buy because I hate it going to waste. Yeah, like you have to force yourself to eat something that you don't want to eat just so that it's not going to waste if you buy too much. That's kind of what I was like thinking too, if that makes any sense. Does grocery stores have a kind of delivery service you can use? No, I think our town's way too small for something like that. I mean, to be completely honest with you, it's not as bad as I'm making it out to seem. Like, I definitely can drive to the grocery store easily. It's just like a psychological thing. Like kind of go into the story. Like last year, I think was my first year, or the first year of my sister like going to college. And so we had driven out, like literally, this was 2 days before she was moving into college. We had driven out to Walmart, which is like a 25 minute drive from our house. Actually, no, we went to a farther Walmart. So we went to a Walmart that was almost 30 minutes away, because they had a Wingstop next to that Walmart, and my sister had never had Wingstop before, and so she really, really wanted to go that day while we were buying her school supplies. And so my dad took her there with the entire family, basically in the car, and we get to Walmart and we buy like all of our, her supplies and stuff, and then some groceries and stuff. We put it in the back of the car and we drove to Wingstop, and then we had like a super big Wingstop meal, I remember correctly. And after the meal, we had decided to go home because it was starting to get a little bit like later on into the day. I think it was like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., something like that. And so we're driving home and we're like planning out like when we're gonna move my sister in, how we're gonna pack her stuff, etc., etc. I have my headphones in and I'm like reading a book on my phone because I'm sitting in the back because my dad's driving. And so at some point we get to like kind of this like T intersection crossway. It's like a 4-way kind of intersection, and it's like I look up from my phone to look at my dad's like GPS to see how far away we are from like our house, and I look at it and it's like it's saying like 5 to 10 minutes, which was, that's fine. 5 to 10 minutes is usually like no issue at all. And so as I'm going back to my phone, I'm swinging my view to the right, and I see like a car coming, right? But I'm not stressed out or anything like that, because I'm thinking either that car is gonna slow down or my dad's gonna slow down. Well, nobody slows down, and I'm sitting here visually watching this car slam like into our car just instantly, just like you could barely even tell what happened. And I just remember like in that instant we were just rolling, like it just felt like we were like rolling on the ground for a while and like tumbling. Timma! Oh my gosh, thank you for the 100 bits. I really do appreciate it. Wow, thanks so much. How have you been, man? It has been a while. I know you stopped by like not too long ago, but it's been a while. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. But like the car slams into us, and I just remember us like rolling a few times, it felt like, and we had hit like a fire hydrant too, and that thing got ripped completely out of the ground. And so we just got like, we just, you know, thank God there weren't any like trees or anything near the road, because that would have been really bad if we had hit a tree while we were rolling. But we just kind of landed in a field, and I just remember like finally after like a minute, my, like, I don't know, my soul came back to my body, and I started looking around, and I was just like, what is going on? And so I look at myself, and you know, I'm completely fine. I don't feel any pain. I don't, like, I'm just really surprised. But I look around, and I'm like asking my parents, and I'm asking my sister who's sitting next to me. I'm just like, you know, are you guys good? Like, is everything okay? Like, you know, you say something. And then they start finally talking. And it's like, it was really rough because we were on the side and we couldn't get out of the car because half of the car was like fused shut basically from the crash itself. So we had to climb, like so a bunch of people showed up randomly because I guess they were driving too and they saw what happened. And so they broke the back window of the car, and we had lowered all the seats, and then like people basically pulled us out very, very slowly, just in case we were like stuck under anything. This is an old story. This happened last year. I think I updated you guys, or some of you guys, on the story from the last time I streamed, like last year, about like exactly what happened and everything like that. I still have a picture of exactly what happened, in the sense of like I have the picture of the damage to the car. Hello Melody, welcome into the stream. Hope you're doing super well. Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I'm really sorry if this is like a very deep and gruesome story. I'm trying to make it pretty lighthearted as possible. I have a little bit of trauma from it, to be completely honest with you. But like, it was pretty bad. I think the car that had hit us hit basically like near the engine and the front wheel towards like the right side of the car. And after the crash, it literally looked like the engine was about to fall out of the car. With the rolling, I think like one half of the car literally looked like it was like caved in, like just completely like fused together. It was crazy. Thank you for the drowning, Redeem. And I had showed that picture to a bunch of my friends and people who know us and stuff like that, and you know, they kept saying like, you know, it's like a miracle that, you know, you're still alive. Genuinely speaking, like, it's just a miracle that you are still alive, because with a crash that serious, it genuinely, like, you know, someone could have lost their life. It was that serious. Like, I'm not trying to play it up for stream. It's not like I'm not trying to play it up as a story, because I have a lot of trauma with it. But like, if it had went any worse, definitely someone could have gotten like hurt really bad. I mean, we were hurt pretty bad, but it could have been really a lot worse, if that makes sense. No, it's completely okay to make it come off. However, all your feelings about it are valid. You should feel allowed to express them any way you want. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, so thank God we didn't have any like actual like flesh wounds or anything like that. Ow. Jack the Ripper, thank you for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. My name is Tree, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. I am a capybara VTuber who runs the Cafe Bara. Hope you're doing really good. We're just doing a chatting stream, just chatting about any and everything. Feel free to bring up topics, ask me questions, you know, follow the rules. If you are to do that, lurk, do whatever you want. And if you have a question, yeah, do hit me with it. I really do appreciate it. And Cousikins, hi, stopped by your stream yesterday. How are you doing? Hope you're having a super good time. Welcome in. Thank you for your first chat. And Magical, good to see you tonight too. Welcome. I think some water is needed. There are moments where your voice shows a bit of shakiness. I just want you to be okay. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Yeah, it was a very scary time. I'm really happy that no one got hurt. Thank you for following me on Twitter. I really do appreciate it. I've been trying to be more active on Twitter too, but I don't understand that site. That site makes no sense to me, to be completely honest with you. Absolutely no sense. You're doing well. I'm glad to hear it. Hey, can you join my stream? I want an outsider's opinion on my singing. I'm just gonna delete that message because technically that's against the rules, and I do want to follow my rules. If you want an outsider's opinion, I would probably ask your friends or someone really close to you to do that. I feel like I'm not really trained nor have any experience with analyzing singing or anything of that nature. But I appreciate that you asked me, because you know it is very flattering. But once again, it is technically against stream because that is self-promotion to an extent. Yeah, no, you're fine, Blazing Hellfire, good evening, Tree. Oh, and it's Toad, bit of a name change. Gotcha, good to see you, Toad. Yeah, hope you're doing super well. Welcome into the stream. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Sunday so far. I'm just working on some stuff in the background while I am sitting here talking about the story. But yeah, during the crash, so we had gotten pulled out from the back of the car after the crash. I don't know where all these people showed up from. I just remember the crash happening. I must have gotten knocked out for a little bit because in my eyes, I thought no time had passed, but apparently it was enough time for people to actually show up. And so a lot of people showed up around the car, and they had broken the back window to pull everyone out very, very slowly, and had called the cops, and like, you know, an ambulance showed up and everything like that. It was really, really scary. And I just remember me being like visually and feeling just completely fine. I didn't have like a bruise suddenly form on one of my legs. I think it was my left leg, near the knee joint. But at the time, I didn't really worry much about it, if that makes any sense. And so I didn't really feel much. But my dad was in severe pain, and we had found out the reason why he was in severe pain was because his arm got dislocated from his shoulder got dislocated, not arm, shoulder got dislocated. And if you know anything about dislocations, they hurt a lot. And so he was basically just in like unexplainable pain, so he couldn't really do much. My mom was literally the closest to the impact zone, so she got hurt the most out of everyone. I've mentioned this before on stream. She had a pneumothorax, which means that she had a small hole in her lung. It ended up not being that big of an issue, but that's like whatever, because it healed up pretty well. She ended up having a fractured rib. It wasn't broken, thank God, but it was fractured, which, you know, took a while to heal. A lot of bruising, because she was wearing a seatbelt, everything like that. And, but you know, she was the most hurt, but she came out fine. But her medical bills were a little bit more expensive, but she came out fine. My sister, she ended up being fine because she was farthest from the impact zone. But she got a lot of bruising in her lung, like around her lung, because I think what kind of happened there was she was wearing her seatbelt, and the crash had hit so hard that the seatbelt, like, you know, you can get whiplash from like the seatbelt and stuff, depending on how the crash happens. And so she got a lot of bruising in her lung based on like kind of the impact. Hello, Ghost. Hello, Alex. Hope you're doing super well. I'm not reading chat right now because like I'm gonna try and finish telling this before I read chat. And so like my sister was fine. She just had bruising around her lung, and what that ended up doing was whenever she was in the hospital, her heart rate shot up to like really crazy levels. It was like 130, 140 or something like that. And so they wouldn't like discharge her because they were scared that she was gonna have a heart attack randomly. Thank God that wasn't the case, and she wasn't gonna have a heart attack. And you know, her heart rate finally went down after like a few hours, and she was like fine to be released. My dad, they had popped his shoulder back in. He went home, and then he was still on like a bunch of drugs, like pain medication, that made him a little bit woozy. So he went home, and I when he got home, he fell asleep. So I called him to make sure that he was okay, because, you know, I don't want him to be home alone, because I was still in the hospital checking over my sister and my mom. And I called him, and he picks up the phone with the arm that was dislocated, and it got dislocated again. So we had to send someone to pick him up at home and bring him back to the hospital to get it re-popped in. And then for the second time, it would not pop in for like 6 hours. So I was watching my dad basically just in pain for 6 hours. That was crazy. And I'm just casually sitting here with no issues. I'm not bruised, I'm not battered. The only thing that happened to me was the kind of the bump that had showed up, like the huge bruise that had showed up near my knee, started getting worse, and it made it so that I couldn't walk on that leg, because I couldn't like actually bend that leg, because it was super swollen and stiff near the joint, so I couldn't actually walk. But outside of that, I was like completely fine. And it was crazy because it was really surprising, because I didn't even wear my seatbelt. Deleted, hello, thank you for the first message. Welcome into the stream. Hope you're doing super well. My name is Tree, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. I am a capybara VTuber who runs the capybara. We're just kind of in story time mode right now for me. But it was really rough, kind of, because I was the only functional person out of everyone, so I had to take care of like signing, you know, paperwork, like making sure everyone was doing okay, checking in on everyone, asking the nurses like, you know, if they're gonna be okay, like what you know, what is the issue that like they're going through. And then my mom ended up getting like airlifted to another hospital the next day through a helicopter, which is why kind of the bills were really expensive at the time. This was like super annoying because like the crash had happened so abruptly that most of our phones had gotten stuck in the car. So like my sister didn't have her phone. Thank God I had my phone, because it was still in my hands whenever everything happened. I guess I must have some crazy grip or something like that. But I still had my phone in my hands. My dad lost his phone and my mom lost her phone. And my dad's keys were still in the car. So we didn't have a way into our house either, because our house is locked and the keys are in the car. The thing is, the car got towed. Like, because, you know, like it got into a really bad crash. And so the car got towed away. And so I basically didn't have access. There was no way that I could get into the vehicle to get all of the stuff, because one, I don't have a car anymore. Two, the place that they towed it to was like 20 minutes away from the hospital that I was at, because it was in like a whole nother town for some reason. It made no sense. It doesn't make any sense. We have ads coming up. Oh my gosh. Really apologize for the ads. I will continue the story after this. I completely forgot that there are ads coming up. I'm so sorry. Well, for everyone who has Turbo or Sub, you get 3 minutes with me as always, as everyone else is in ad jail. I really do appreciate the support as always. I will use the money and put it into emotes and stuff. As always, I really do appreciate it. We will continue with the story. I will... No worries. I will continue after. Thank you for your patience. You know, we're already like 1/3 of the way through. Yep, no problem at all. No problem. Virtual hug. I'm glad you're okay. I appreciate it. I'll actually use this time to like read what people have said. Let's see. My mom got into a car crash a couple of years ago. She turned into a school and a random car came out of nowhere and hit the... Well, actually, no. I should probably wait for this until after the ad break. Yeah, give me a second. Sorry. I don't want to say something and then have people be stuck in ads. I genuinely still don't understand why Twitch is so like... why they're so like interested in ads all the time, because I genuinely feel like it should be up to me personally, but you know, it's their platform. They can do whatever they want. I don't have to be happy for it or with it. 4 more ads. Yeah, it's about a minute left. I appreciate it once again. Thank you for patience. Does really mean a lot once again. Why's my 7TV stuff not working anymore? That's weird. Okay. Twitch partner is ads. Yeah. Oh man, I wish there was an option to like turn it off. Like if I could like give them like a higher percentage of something so I could get it turned off, that could be cool. But I don't know. There's not really much I can do about that, to be completely honest with you. One more ad. Yes, we have about 24 seconds left of the ad break. I really do appreciate it. Once again. And I will continue the story afterwards. I'm trying to remember exactly where I was though, because I got a little bit distracted. Why didn't I get ads? I don't know why. Sometimes you get spared from ad jail because of Twitch. I can't really explain it. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for sticking around. I really do appreciate your patience. Ow. Just Takumi things. Hey, thank you for the follow. Really do appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. My name is Tree, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. I am a capybara VTuber who runs the Capybara. Hope you're doing super well. Welcome in. We're just doing a chatting stream. I'm kind of in like storytelling mode, so I might not be reading chat quite as much for a little tiny bit until we move on to like a different subject. But basically what I was saying was so I'm in the hospital with my entire family basically, and I'm like taking care of them, making sure they're like doing okay. I myself am fine. They put me on like medical fentanyl, whatever that means, so for like a pain thing, and they also took x-rays for me. Ow. Deleted. Thank you for the follow too. I really do appreciate it. So they put me on fentanyl to kind of like ease my pain and everything like that. What that feeling was I felt very like drunk and dizzy whenever it was kind of going through me, but it kind of went away after a while. Ow. Thank you for the throw a lot, Anna. I appreciate it. Yeah, crazy. Chill vibes winding down. That's good to hear. So everyone ends up being fine. My dad finally gets his shoulder popped back in. It was like 6 hours of pain and suffering, but he gets it popped back in, and then we take him home. And they put his arm in a cast this time, like a carbon fiber cast that's super stiff, so that he doesn't do the same thing, because it just seems like he can't handle not moving his arms, which is absolutely insane to me. And so my sister goes home too, and she ends up crying at home because I think the adrenaline finally runs off, which is like really sad. I didn't even know what to say there. She had like a bunch of bruising in her lung, so it was really difficult for her to breathe. And so she was just kind of like limping into her room to go to sleep. And it was really sad because I didn't even know what to say. Because my sister felt very guilty about it all, because it was, we had literally went to that specific Walmart that we never usually go to because she wanted to eat at that restaurant there. And I don't think it's her fault, because like, how do you ever predict something like that? But she kind of just felt really responsible for it, which is like, really sad. I don't think that she should have been as hard on herself as she was, because it really wasn't her fault. But she went home and went to sleep, and my mom stayed at the hospital because they were going to take her, because they were supposed to take her that day to go to the hospital, but apparently the day that we had gotten into a crash, there was a bunch of people who got into a crash that day too. So they didn't have like an available helicopter to take my mother to the other hospital at a bigger town, which had like better stuff. So they had to wait a day, especially since she wasn't really in like critical condition. She just had like some issues medically, and so she waited a day, and then they like transported her the next day. I came home fine. Like I said, I had a really big bruise on the side of my leg that swelled up really bad. It was near the joint of my knee, and so because of the swelling, I couldn't actually bend my knee like at all, because it swelled up so bad, and it's like I just couldn't walk on that leg. And that was like my only issue. It healed up pretty quickly, because at the end of the day, it was only just a bruise. Ashley, hi, welcome into the stream. Hope you're doing super well. Nice to see you. But I am doing fine. As I was saying earlier, I am doing very fine. But The other thing that happened to me was I ended up finding out like a day or two later, because it didn't kick in the first day. It kicked in like the second or third day. I actually had bruises going all the way down from my thigh all the way down to like my foot, just like on the side of my leg, on both legs, just like huge bruising. And it hurt really, really bad, but it wasn't anything crazy. Now I'm surprised that I am not more hurt compared to everyone else, because I actually wasn't wearing my seatbelt at the time of the crash. Thank you. Hope your stream is doing good. My stream is doing great. We're just kind of in like storytelling mode. I actually was not wearing my seatbelt at all during it, because this is really, really bad, and you should always wear your seatbelt, and that's really, really bad. So like, the reason why I don't wear my seatbelt is my dad is a very careful driver, and I think he's just very careful in doing a lot of different things. And so I put a lot of trust in my father. And he's never had an incident, a driving incident before in like 20-30 years, and so I guess like from a very young age, I just don't like the feeling of a seatbelt, because I think it's very restrictive in a car. And so I just never wore a seatbelt. And my parents were initially very strict on wearing a seatbelt whenever I was younger. But as I had gotten older, I started taking it off more and more often, and they just like kind of like got used to it. And so that specific day, I just didn't have a seatbelt on. And so when the crash happened, like, it could have been extremely dangerous, because who knows what could have happened to me, if I I came out fine, like the least injured somehow, without everyone else had seatbelts on except me, and I came out the least injured. But I do understand that was basically luck, and things could have gone very south very, very quickly. And so you should always wear your seatbelt. And so from then on, I've always wore my seatbelt since this incident. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And also, no, I did not end up going to the hospital again to get my bruises checked out. I just didn't want to go because like we didn't have any health insurance, and if you know anything about the medical bills in the US, it's just extremely expensive. I thought that the bruises would just go away by themselves, and they did end up going away by themselves after a few days, or it took a lot longer than a few days, because a lot of it was like muscle pain too, which takes a while. But yeah, it ended up being fine. Everyone survived. Everyone's pretty much fully healed up. We basically have like no real issues now. There's just more of a like psychological effect kind of remaining, because I'm really scared of driving. My mom gets very traumatized in the car sometimes whenever like a car is like, pulling up from the side. My sister is kind of like whatever. I think her mental's a little bit better than me with driving and stuff like that. And my dad has fully recovered. I don't know. He's not worried. But yeah, I think that's kind of the little story that I wanted to tell, because like I guess we were just on the topic. I really apologize once again if it was a little bit much. I don't want to make the feeling of stream a little bit, little down, a little negative, but like, the good side is we're all here, we're all safe, and we're all healthy, which is great. Which is great. And thank you for the stretch redeem. I will stretch. Thanks so much. Now to actually read chat, I have missed some stuff. Once again, I apologize. My mom got into a car crash a couple of years ago. She was turning into a school, and a random car came out of nowhere and hit the front of it very hard. My cousin didn't get hurt, but my mom did. Her arm and stomach were deeply bruised, but she survived, and she told all about it that following day. Very, very similar to the situation that I was in, I'd say. Because like I think the speed zone was like 55 miles per hour, and so both cars were driving at like 55, and that was like the speed of the actual crash. Like we got thrown basically so far away, which is crazy. Dislocated and snapped my lower leg in half in a motorcycle wreck, those are, yeah, no, for sure. It's breaking any bone is honestly so much worse, because like if you fracture it, typically if you let it heal over time, it should be fine. But breaking a bone requires like setting it in place and everything like that, making sure it's like, you need a lot of stuff, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry you went through all of that. I'm glad you've all recovered for the most part. Yep, I'm really glad too. I mean, honestly, we you know, we're all like much more careful drivers. We're a lot more aware of our surroundings, I think, nowadays. And it really just kind of like, when you've been in a situation like this where, you know, it could have potentially been, you know, much worse than it could have been, or was, you know, much worse than it was, what ends up happening is you start getting a different outlook on life. You start kind of understanding, like, you know, things could happen at literally any time. And so it really makes me appreciate the fact that I'm able to do a lot of the stuff that I do, that I have like the chance to actually, like, you know, achieve my dreams and kind of be like optimistic and chase after stuff and live life to like the fullest, as, you know, cliche as that sounds. It really does give you that perspective, I guess, in a sense. Yeah, joined in at the hospital part of the story, but I didn't need much context though. Yeah, no, it was kind of just a normal car crash, as you know, might have already known. It was pretty rough, but nothing like crazy. Thank you for the throw. Have you ever thought about seeking therapy for your possible, since it has to be diagnosed, PTSD? Not really. Like I said, a lot of the stuff costs money, and like I feel like my family nowadays, compared to back then whenever I was a lot younger, are a lot more financially stable. A lot of it has to do with the fact that when I went to college, I ended up getting in with a full ride scholarship, so my parents didn't need to pay for my expenses, which allowed them to save up a lot of money for themselves. In addition to that, my sister also got in with a full ride scholarship after I got out of school, and she, you know, my parents don't have to pay her expenses anymore, which lets her pay a lot of money. And also, since I am grown now and I do make money online doing like a various amount of things, they don't fully pay all of the bills now. So we are in a much better financial situation than we were before, most definitely. The only issue is with this whole car crash stuff, we are technically still on like quote unquote a payment plan for a lot of the medical bills and everything like that. My parents have taken and have shouldered the burden of taking care of that, because obviously, like, I'm not technically done with my schooling. I still have 4 years of dental school to go through once I get in, which I paid for most of my like application expenses and everything out of my own money that I made, so my parents didn't have to do it. Just like I've saved up money from doing content over the years, and so I use that to kind of apply and do all that kind of stuff. My sister's still in school and everything like that, and so they're like paying off like the medical stuff. It's a little bit more expensive, and I don't want to like add on top of it, if that makes sense, even though like it would be interesting to go and see, and just like, you know, it could help potentially. I don't personally think that it is quite bad enough mentally that I do need to see it. It's more just like I will remember the situation, and I'll kind of be a little bit reluctant to like drive, but it's not enough for it to like affect my daily life, if that makes sense. And so yeah, that I hope that kind of explains it a little bit more. Yuppers, good to see you too. Hello, hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Welcome in. I just don't want to add on to the medical bill, especially because I actually didn't get billed for anything that I like ended up doing and taking, because I took they gave me fentanyl, and then they took like a bunch of x-rays of my leg, like near the joint that got swollen, just in case, to see if there was like any fractures or any like thing that got broken there. And turns out I was like completely fine. And I was expecting them to bill me for kind of what they did for me, but they never ended up billing me, surprisingly. And I don't really know why. They just never sent a bill to me. My sister didn't really get billed for the hospital stuff either, but she did get billed for the ambulance. My dad got billed twice because he had to come in and get his shoulder popped in twice. So they ended up charging him 2 times, which is crazy, by the way, because it was already expensive the first time. But he got charged twice, and the bulk of the expenses ended up being my mother, because she had to get airlifted. And I don't know if you know much about like helicopters and stuff, but they are very, very expensive to take people over, even just like an hour away to like a different city / town. And so like, how much did it end up being altogether? I'm trying to remember, because I talked with because we don't have health insurance, so all of this would have came out of pocket. But actually, like, I think around half of it ended up getting paid by my car insurance company, because the plan that we were on ended up like covering some of the expenses, like injury, liability kind of stuff, like did cover some of the medical bills. And so, ow. Mira, thank you for the follow, really do appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. My name is Tree, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. I am a capybara VTuber who runs the Cafe Bara. Hope you're doing super duper well. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just chatting about a bunch of different things. Feel free to bring up some topics, chat, vibe, lurk, do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel comfortable. But for my mother, most of the bills that we went through were for her. And thank you for the pager redeem too. Hello, Tiff. Hello, hello, hello. And let's see. And so let me wait for this redeem to pass because I can't think. Most of the bills were from her. And her bills were pretty expensive. And so with her bills, my dad bills added together, it was around like 35,000, close to 40,000 actually, which is pretty crazy. 40,000. The insurance company paid for like what, 25,000 I think they said they would pay out of everything taken into consideration. And so we ended up sitting at like maybe 15,000 left over. And that ended up getting like payment planned, I think. I don't really remember what my parents decided on that, because that was not in my jurisdiction. Thank you for the throw, I appreciate it. So it ended up being like 15,000. I think my parents like payment planned it, because I know like a lot of like medical related stuff you can payment plan. And that, you know, that's not just it too. Our car insurance premium went up, which is crazy, but makes sense, because that is what happens when you get into an accident. Your premium will go up on your car insurance. And so we ended up paying like what, $300, $200 extra every single month for car insurance payments, because it just went up. And then that was our only car at the time, so we ended up needing to go buy another car, so that was another expense too. That we're like financing that one right now. I think my parents are, at least. And so we're like doing fine. And I'm just glad that everyone's like alive. And I think that, you know, my parents are just glad that everyone is alive. But obviously, like, things are a little bit more like tighter than they were before this all happened. It's just really unlucky stuff. All of this just happened, like, you know, all of this happened like so out of the blue. Let's see. I missed a lot of messages. Let me go back and read them. I'm doing okay. I don't know. I was cleaning my dorm and I was moving my friend's metal bed frame and I crushed my foot. Now my foot is in a cast. I hope I hope it heals up quickly. I'm so sorry you had to go through that too. I remember me and my mom were nearly close to death. We were driving and then my mom couldn't breathe and we were about to get hit by a car, and so I quickly got out and pulled my mom out. Gotcha. Okay, I'm really sorry you had to go through that too. Understandable. There are a lot of programs out there to help with that kind of stuff. Medicaid is a great option for lower income families, mine included. I was on Medicaid for most of my life until I started working in the medical field and was getting good insurance through my job. I don't know if I qualify for Medicaid anymore. I might actually be too old for that. At least that's what I remember them telling me whenever I went in to talk to them about that. It probably fell through the cracks. When families come in, sometimes that stuff can be mischarted and you won't be charged, which is super fair. I was thinking that was very similar to what was happening, but I wasn't sure, to be completely honest with you. I'm surprised the other person / their insurance didn't pay for it, especially since it sounded like they were in the wrong. It ended up being this situation where it was like both parties were liable. And thank you for the throw a lot. I appreciate it. It ended up being like both parties ended up being liable for it, because no one actually, like, there were no witnesses, I guess you could say, and like the police officers that were there kind of did their like inspection, and they kind of just kind of made the judgment call that like both parties had some type of fault. And so it's like kind of it was a little rough with that stuff. Let's see. Honestly, that sounds pretty normal for an ER visit. The American hospital system is so messed up, which is fairly true. Yep. No crashes myself, no license, living with parents, but deflated tire on my family's van on more than one occasion. First time was at Disney World for some reason, which I totally understand. Yeah, we've had a lot of flat tires too. You didn't get insurance money for the totaled vehicle. We did end up getting some of the insurance money for the totaled vehicle, so we didn't have to pay like the full price of a new vehicle, if that makes any type of sense. But it still was like a little expensive for what it was, because my dad needs like a specific style of car for his like work stuff too, so it ended up being a little bit expensive, but it's like fine now. I think at least my parents, like, they're pretty open about talking about this stuff and like finances and stuff with the family, and it does seem like we're able to kind of cover everything just very, 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 very slowly. I'm just doing the best that I can do to like minimize my personal expenses. My sister has like no expenses because, you know, she's on a full ride scholarship that pays for everything at school, so she's doing fine, and she will be for like a few years. But I'm trying my best to minimize my expenses as much as possible. I'm also trying to, like, you know, support my parents in paying this off, because they are getting on the older side, and I don't want them to keep working, especially when they, you know, should be retiring hopefully in like the next 10 years, 10-15 years, I'd like to say. At least that's the goal. I don't want them to like have this hanging over them. It's not crazy debt, like I know some people have even worse debt, but I mean, it's just not something I want them to go through, if that makes any sense. You got T-boned though. Usually the person that hits, it's at fault. Yeah, no, I don't know. I can't make a statement on it, because I mean, that's just how it turned out to be. I'm gracious that my insurance company did as much as they did to actually help out with the situation, because they did actually do a lot for us. I mean, they kept us updated and, you know, got us through most of it, and just did as much as they could in terms of like finding different ways to help pay for stuff. You know, a lot of times I hear a lot of like horror stories about insurance companies, but they were very nice, and it was very easy to talk to them, and sorting out a lot of our details. They didn't really like question much. It was really, really good. Really, really good. Didn't really have anything crazy going on there. God, that makes sense. I was about to say, I'm surprised your insurance didn't cover it. Yeah, I think they did ended up covering it, some stuff quite at the end. The last thing I want is my parents carrying that type of burden when they're old. Exactly. Because I don't know. I feel like I think this goes for a lot of people, but I find it really, really sad whenever I see like older people having to do like a lot of stuff. I feel really sad when older people go through like really tough times, because I feel like, you know, as someone who's a little bit younger, you know, your body is much more able and ready to be able to, like, you know, face a lot of challenges that come your way. And I feel like when you're older, that's just not the reality anymore. And it makes me feel really bad whenever I see situations like that. And I don't know, it's always like been something that I felt bad about, to be honest with you. Sound like such a caring person. Your parents are lucky to have you as their kid. I mean, I think that's just how they raised me personally. I think I'm a type of person that thinks a lot about a lot of different things, and I tend to overthink about a lot of stuff. I also feel like I tend to like be too I don't know if there's ever such a thing as being too empathetic, like, but I try my best to relate to how people feel in different situations. There is like, this is a reason why I cannot stand watching like shows, movies, animes that are like tragic, like that have like really, really bad tragedies, really, really bad scenes, or like people dying all the time, because it's just like, how do you even deal with that mentally? You know, like I see that and I'm just like sad. Like I know it's like a fictional story, but it's just so sad. Like for example, recently I saw an anime that somebody showed me, and the first episode started off so like lighthearted, and there was this one character, this like lady that was like working at this company, and she was like being treated very harshly and getting bullied and stuff like that. And so she had like found time to go spend with her family, and like, you know, she had like a lot of issues with her parents and stuff, but her parents are like very, very caring towards her, and they're like a lot older, like kind of grandparents and stuff like that, much older. And this was like in this like show that I was watching, and like, you know, they kind of pester her a lot with phone calls and stuff, but it comes from a place of like love, and being worried for her and making sure that she's like eating properly and living life properly. And, you know, at some point, like they have a lot of conflict because of it, because she's like super focused on work, and they just don't understand that either. But they finally like make up over the phone. And so one day when this lady comes back from work, she sees like a bunch of food on her, like in her apartment, and apparently it was like a lot of preparation and supplies that her parents had left. Buff Werewolf Dragon Fireman, thank you for the follow, really do appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. My name is Street, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. Feel free to chat, lurk, do whatever you want. We're just having a normal chatting stream. Hello, hi. And so it was really, really sad because like her parents had left this food for her in her apartment, and she like finds out and starts crying and wants to like see her parents, because she hasn't seen her parents in like months and years, I guess. And so she leaves the apartment to chase after her parents, who were at like the train station going back to like their hometown basically. And halfway through, she gets like stuck at this like checkpoint, right? I guess, getting to the train station, and she meets basically a guy who's just like, oh, I can drive you there, you know, because, you know, I overheard that you were going to the train station. And like she's just like, oh well, like she's a little bit reluctant, but she wants to see her parents and stuff like that, and so she makes the decision to go. And then like the scene switches over to like the news, right? And like the news is reporting about like a murder, and apparently and her picture pops up, and that just killed me. I like, because I'm just like, I'm thinking like, you know, what are the parents feeling in this situation? Like they had literally just, you know, made up. You know, her daughter, you know, their daughter was literally coming to go like see them, and it destroyed me. Like I could not handle watching any more of that show. Like I genuinely couldn't. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Mira kind of got it. That, it just destroyed me. I couldn't get past that episode. Like I genuinely couldn't. Thank you for the Alpha Wolf redeem. But I couldn't get through that. I just could not get through that part of the show. Link click was the one for sure. I couldn't. That's just, it's such a sad situation, because I can't help but like think to myself, like, you know, like what her parents are feeling in that situation, to know that like someone so close to them and that they care for, like, you know, passed away of unknown circumstances like that is just insane. Second time was close to a Family Dollar store on the way home from a typical trip to great grandmother's, great grandma's. Luckily, a kind guy helped put the donut tire on the van, and we got a tire placed in, so it was resolved not too long ago. Yeah, gotcha. Sounds good. You have a lot of horror stories with your old insurance, which makes sense. I'm gonna be right back. See you later, Ghost. Older people should be able to live really happy for their older years, because in that case they don't know when they're gonna, you know, yeah, that's fair. I bought my mom her first car since 2005 when I got my first few paychecks as a nurse. It was so nice being able to give back to her after all the sacrifices she made for me, and to give me the opportunity she never had, which is exactly how I feel. I'm just not quite there yet in my like personal journey to like do that. I'm always so quick to help, relate, or comfort someone because I get all the sad and I feel extremely bad even though I have nothing to do with it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's like, okay, so this might sound really, really bad, but I feel like I'm a little bit too trusting sometimes, and too like I empathize with people too much. And there have been like occasions where I feel like I've been taken advantage of because of that. Because like people realize, you know, if you make up some type of sad story that kind of like, you know, I feel bad about, you know, I tend to like want to do more for people. And that's just been something that I've been struggling with over time, especially since I'm much more active online now, because I am like a content creator. You know, in my 4 years of making content, there have been occasions where stuff like that has happened. And it's really just, I don't know. I'm kind of over it, to be honest with you. But it's nothing crazy. I've never really been involved in like big enough drama like that for it to be like crazy. But yeah, it is really nice to be able to give back to our parents and stuff like that. Because my parents are immigrants too, and you know, I am a first generation kid too, and so I do feel very strongly about that stuff. And Doomsday, good to see you. I did see you coming in earlier. We're just talking about a bunch of different stuff as always. And I think setting boundaries are really important. I just have a very tough time doing that. And Zandy, hello, welcome back. Hope you're doing super well. And it was the show Link Click. It's really, really well made. It's just not for me personally. As much as I think that, you know, it does touch on very, very sad and interesting topics, I just cannot stand watching it because it just makes my heart hurt too much personally. Yeah, it's just so devastating what happened. Very, very tragic situation. I was told that like the later episodes in that show are just as bad and just as sad, and I couldn't, because like I just can't. I don't like watching tragedies. I'd rather watch like a romance anime. I'd rather watch like, you know, a romance show, something like slice of life, you know, coming of age, like stuff like that, where it's like there's a happy ending and comfy, happy vibes. That's what I like to consume, because it just like I can't help but put myself in situations like in like, you know, other people's situation. So whenever I see like a happy situation and I put myself into that, it really does help me like mentally too, because you know that happens. If that makes sense. Had a problem with Sword Art Online with the Alfhelm online series. The ending hit me like a truck because of how it was. If you know, you know. If you don't find out. I don't think I ever ended up watching it, so I might actually go back into it at some point. I am quite interested. I know like Sword Art Online has come out with a lot more content since, you know, since like the original. I just have never gotten back into it because I don't know why. It just never really happened. If that makes any sense. Thank you for the drowning redeem. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on chat. Even though chat's not moving super fast, I'm trying to like elaborate a lot more with my answers, which is not easy to do. Your voice sounds a little shaky. Take your time. I think it's fine. I think it's just because I've just been talking a lot, like nonstop, so it's a little rough. A lot of the stories absolutely broke me because it was just sad. Yeah, like I just can't watch stuff like that, you know? Because putting yourself in other people's shoes and situations, I think goes a long way to understanding their circumstances and why people do the things that they do. But it can hurt you in ways that you might not like expect because of it. Because you are trying to empathize with them, because there are a lot of situations that are very sad. And no, I have not actually watched that romance anime. The only tragedies I'll watch / read are Shakespeare and Greek myth. I agree. A lot. Even then, it's like still, I don't know. I feel like the type of content that I consume is just like very, very lighthearted for very, very like interesting reasons, I guess. It had some disgusting seasons in the season after they left the game. I was genuinely baffled. If you have a problem with naughty things, I wouldn't watch it. Okay. Wow, that took a turn for sure. Like, I was not expecting Sword Art Online to be like that. Okay. Heard something about that changed my mind about the characters. Yeah. Super fair. I don't know. I feel like I have a very, very clear, like I'm very clear about what I like and what I enjoy in stuff that I watch. Because sometimes I think to myself, it's just like, what would I do in this very specific situation? Like, if I saw this person in this, troubling times, like, how would I personally handle that situation? Like, would I say the things that they said? Would I have been as hurtful as they were when they said these things? And it's really nice to be able to do that, I think, as a person, because you get to understand other people's perspectives and why they feel the way that they do. But it also can be very, very stressful in the sense of, like, you are putting somebody else's, like, you are basically willingly putting somebody else's burden on your own shoulders to just kind of experience and understand how they're living their life and kind of what they're experiencing. And sometimes that can be very rough. And it's just something that I feel like I do really unconsciously nowadays, is that, like, my friends will go through situations and it's like I can't help but empathize with how they feel with it. And it makes me really sad that they have to go through stuff like that just in general, because I care a lot about my friends, and I just, like, I would hope that they don't go through things that are, like, very stressful, because no one wants that. I don't think anyone wants that ever. I feel like you would love the anime. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's super lighthearted and fun. Yeah, I've actually seen that anime. I did a watch party on it with one of my, like, close IRL friends, like, a few years ago. I think we finished watching season 1 of it. I need to go back and schedule a time to watch like a season 2 or wherever it's, like, at right now, because I'm not actually sure where it's quite at right now. But it would be super cool. It is pretty good. I really do recommend it if you've ever seen it. I wish I could watch it, like, but obviously I'd get into big trouble if I watch it on stream. I'm not allowed to do that. Two other animes that I love are Assassination Classroom and Blue Exorcist. If you have religious beliefs and get easily triggered about religion, I don't recommend Blue Exorcist, but I love the characters. Yeah, Blue Exorcist is a really good show. I actually know exactly what you mean, because I actually watched, I believe, the first and second season of Blue Exorcist. I did hear that they're coming out with a 4th season, though. I did hear that they're coming out for the 4th season. Anybody planning on watching that soon? You would think? It's like one of those things where it could be super interesting. I don't know, like, if it's gonna be like the same studio doing it, like same quality. I can't really, like, comment on anything like that, but it could be super, super cool, but not quite sure. Yeah, apparently there's gonna be a 4th season coming out for Blue Exorcist. What else is there that's really good, if I remember correctly? Can we do a movie night where we watch an anime? I'm planning... Okay, so I don't know if you guys have already watched Arcane or not.
I really don't know, but I'm planning out a binge. So Arcane season 2 is coming out, and I've never watched season 1 of Arcane. So there's 9 episodes in Arcane season 1, and there's 3 weeks before we season 2 comes out. So my plan was, in the Discord, if you haven't joined the Discord, feel free to join the Discord. It's currently pinned above the chat. In the Discord, I was gonna do every single Saturday up until season 2 came out. We were gonna watch 3 episodes per Saturday on as a community, if you want to join or not, so that I could like finish up the first season, and then we could jump straight into season 2 once it comes out. So I was thinking about doing that. If anyone is interested in that, we'd be basically every single Saturday after stream, we would go into the Discord and we would watch 3 episodes. Each episode is about 40 minutes long, so it's about the length of like a movie if you watch all 3. And then so we'll watch 3, discuss it, see if we, and then like discuss like everything that's happening, and then we will wait until the next Saturday, and then we would watch the other 3, like 3 through 6, and then from there we'll do like 7 through 9 the next week. And the reason why I want to do it on Saturdays is I feel like most people are free on Saturdays. Also, I don't want to like do more than 3 episodes per kind of like movie night, because a lot of times people have to leave halfway through it, so I don't want them to like feel like they're missing out, because 2 hours usually is like enough time for people to like set aside for kind of their stuff on Saturdays, if that makes any sense. Danganronpa, never watched it. A lot of death, very sad, I've heard, so I never got into it personally. I did enjoy the movie. It was really good. I really did. But yeah, Blue Exorcist was really good. Danganronpa scared the hell out of me. I dislike more of that type of game, made me really uncomfortable. I agree. That's the same reason why I never got into it. I don't know if I said hi to you, Zumi, but welcome in. Welcome. We're just kind of talking about any and everything, as always. My mom put salt around the house, which trapped the demons in the house, not outside the house, which is crazy. That's crazy work. First anime I watched was Naruto. Yeah, mine was Sword Art Online, surprisingly. Actually, no. My first anime that I ever watched had to have been Dragon Ball, but it never got me back into watching anime. I think Sword Art Online was the one that got me into watching anime a few years afterwards. I only watched Dragon Ball because my dad really enjoyed Dragon Ball, and he would watch it and I would watch it with him. It was kind of like a bonding experience because he grew up watching Dragon Ball, if that makes any sense. Thank you for the unlurk. What are we talking about right now? We're just talking about like movie night / show stuff. I guess it's less movie night, but I was planning on watching Arcane in the Discord like kind of next weekend. We were gonna start doing it the next Saturday, and I thought it would be really fun to watch it and then see if we enjoy it, because I've never actually watched Arcane. Ren, how do you get rid of demons? I don't know. Why do you think I know how to get rid of demons? That is crazy. What's the lurk thingy? So what lurking is basically sometimes you'll join a chat but you don't want to talk, or you're like gonna be busy doing something, and so basically doing ! lurk lets you tell the streamer basically like, hey, I'm here, but I'm not actually gonna be like actively here, so if you ask me any questions, I just won't be responding, etc., if that makes any sense. That's how I usually have always looked at lurking. I don't know if that's like the actual definition of what it means or not, but that's how I've like always kind of seen it. Someone clarify if I'm wrong, because I am wrong a lot of times. As much as I love as much as I understand and have done this for a really long time, there's still a lot of things that I don't really know super well. I have very superficial understandings of how Twitch works. I've never watched Black Butler. I think my sister did, though. I think she ended up really enjoying Black Butler. Death Note. I actually never watched Death Note either. The KSI song, I honestly don't think that it was as bad as it was. I feel like people are like overly making it seem worse than it is. Personally, I don't love it, don't get me wrong, I just don't think it was that bad. I think people are definitely overreacting personally. Sorry I was gone so long. I was trying on some new clothes. Ow! Quack, thank you for the scary redeem. Jesus. You're completely fine. Hopefully the new clothes were looking good and you're having a good time. In some streams I left for some things I didn't put it. Maybe I left you talking or answering or something I didn't answer. No, you're fine. You don't have to force yourself to put that you're gonna lurk or use the command. I mean, that's only if you want to. It's there more for like a personal thing. To me, it's not something that really like affects me like super hard. You know what I mean? It's more like if you personally, you know, oh, thank you for the capybara redeem. If you want to personally use it, it's like there for you. Thank you for the capybara redeem once again. If I did say that, sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted. Death Note is 10 out of 10. I will probably look into it. I keep seeing people talk about Death Note personally, but I've never like had the time to sit down and watch it myself. Ow! Thank you for the throw. It was incredible until the last 5 episodes. I got so sick of Kira. Interesting. Ow! Thank you for the throw a lot redeem. I wonder why. A lot of the SAO haters don't enjoy the classics. Sure, the leveling up is completely derailed, but it's a good anime. Yeah, that's fair. That's super fair. Your power went out? If your power is out, how are you here? But hopefully your power comes back on. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. I used a capybara to redeem. Wasn't what I hoping it was. Oh, yeah. Capybara redeem is just a little edit for capybara that I found as like a sound alert. I thought it was like really cool and interesting, and I thought it was like fun to add, so I added it. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Power out, internet tanked. I mean, it could be like a data situation, because my power occasionally goes out too, but my mobile data always kicks in because my phone's like usually charged and has like good service most of the time. So it could have been like that type of situation. I've like been in that situation a lot before in the past too. But you know, who knows? Who knows? Sometimes it just kind of happens, you know. Oh, excuse me. Not really like tired, but like, you know, talking a lot kind of has made me like a little bit like fatigued, I guess is the word that I want to use. And I just yawn whenever I'm fatigued in general, I feel like. Let's see. Your lamp flickered. Well, that's not good. You love the redeems. They're super fun. I appreciate it. I want to add more redeems soon. I think I mentioned this yesterday. But one of the things that I've been wanting to do is kind of like add more redeems so that people have a little bit more like point sinks that they want to like spend points on. Because there's a few people I know that have been trying to save up for, hi Shane, hope you're doing good. I know a few people have been thinking about like trying to save up for VIP, which is super cool. And I really do appreciate it. But once you get it, it's kind of just like there's not much else to sink points in. So I'm trying my best to like add more stuff in. I just haven't had the opportunity to do so. I also don't know how to. So I'm gonna try and talk with some of my other like streamer slash VTuber friends who have really cool redeems. I'm just gonna try and get their advice on how to set things up in a way that kind of lets us do something like that. I'm not really quite sure. If that makes any sense at all. I have a new tradition where every Halloween I buy a new hat. This year you got a steampunk one. Ooh, see, like that's cool. That's really cool and interesting. I feel like for Halloween, for me, like I'm not gonna be doing anything special, maybe except for like stream. I'll think of something cool to do. But it might just end up being like another horror game. I don't know yet, but I do want to try and give out candy this year. I missed last year because I actually wasn't home during Halloween. I was like doing a bunch of stuff. I was very, very busy at the time, but I do want to try and give out candy, or at least try and provide candy, because it would be really cool to do that. I think to be able to provide candy to like people in the neighborhood, kind of like contribute to like the spirit of the holiday. I haven't really done much trick-or-treating in years. I remember whenever I used to do it whenever I was a lot younger, but it feels weird now to do it, because it's just like I should be giving out candy, not actually going trick-or-treating, if that makes any type of sense. Let's see. Well, yeah, that is really cool. Steampunk stuff is usually interesting. I feel like a lot of people don't ever really talk about like steampunk stuff a lot, because everyone's always like talking about more cyberpunk stuff, which, as much as I really like the cyberpunk genre, it's like, you know, steampunk is cool in its own way. Probably gonna hop off here soon. I have work at 4 a.m. and still have a lot to do to get ready for that. Yeah, no, definitely get some rest. Oh yeah, 4 a.m. That's crazy. Get some rest, get some good sleep. And you're saving up for VIP. I do appreciate that. Damn, you already have 22.5K? I guess it makes sense because I stream so much. I guess because like I'm used to watching streamers that only stream like a few times a week, and for like maybe only 3 to 4 hours. I feel like points are a little bit more rare to come by when that's like the case. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's like points are based on like watch time, right? If I remember correctly. I have a tradition where once a year I get a full 8 hours of sleep instead of staying up drawing, which is super fair. Maybe once in a blue moon I might actually go to sleep. My sister is crazy. She's piling my stuffed animals on me. I used to do that with my sister. She has so many stuffed animals. She gets so mad. You had to get 54K more points. Bless up. I appreciate it. Getting actually really close. I don't remember what it was like set to. Why not give candy and go trick-or-treating? You could. I don't know. I feel like there's like a decent amount of kids near me, which is why like I do want to try and give out candy to kind of like, you know, interact with my neighbors and community more often. We don't celebrate Halloween here. Kind of sad. Wanted to feel the Halloween vibes, like trick or treating. Places are having Halloween events, but that's just that, not much. That's fair. That's super fair. I know a lot of people aren't either doing much, or their location doesn't really like provide stuff for Halloween, which is pretty sad. I think Halloween's like a really interesting holiday in and of itself, because it is like supposed to be like a spooky thing, but also it's like lighthearted in the sense that you give out candy and stuff, and it's like really fun and cool. Watch time, consecutive watch time, like consecutive stream watching, subs, and interactivity affect points. Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. On the topic of stuffed animals, I've already said before, I've made a sock monkey on my own. I'm considering making more for holiday themes. I don't know if I will have the energy though, which is super fair. And thank you for the throw. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. I also do realize that a lot of people are getting pretty fatigued on a Sunday. I mean, Sundays are one of those days where like I feel like anybody would get really tired. Ow! Thank you, Ghost, for the throw too. Cause you know, I have a lot of friends who stream who actually take days off on Sundays, because surprisingly not a lot of people watch streams on Sundays, because like they either go to sleep early for Monday work time, or they don't like really ow everyone just started throwing everything. Ow. Thank you for the throw, Redeems. But people get really busy on Sundays, because it's like one of those days where I genuinely feel like people have a lot like kind of coming up in their life, a lot of stuff coming up with their work. They want to spend time with like friends, family, before like their work days, or either just like staying at home and just resting up on their couch or in their bed all day, getting good food. Because for me personally, I like used to do that a lot on Sundays. It's just like Sunday's one of those days where I just feel like people get really busy, really busy. Won't throw until I got VIP. You'll be safe for now. Ow. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. I can't wait to chase my little sister down the street while trick-or-treating dressed up as a hot dog. That is crazy. But hope you have fun. Hope you have fun. It is coming very soon, actually. Isn't Halloween's like in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 10 to 11 days. 10 to 11 days. And we also do have an ad break currently coming up in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. For everyone who does not have Turbo or are not subbed, thank you very much for your patience. I really do appreciate it. I know ads are super never fun, but mid-roll ads get rid of pre-roll ads, which means that newer viewers are able to come into the stream, take kind of a lay of the land before kind of jumping into the stream and kind of participating. So it really does help out with that kind of stuff. Alrighty, good night everyone. This was super fun. I love hanging out with y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy the stream chat. And thank you, Treat, for the stream. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Thanks for stopping by. We'll be streaming tomorrow as always. I am a daily streamer. I do a lot of streams every single day. I don't know what I want to do tomorrow. I'm thinking of another spooky game to play. I think I've been getting a lot of recommendations of a game series called Fear of Fathom or something like that. Don't really know the actual name, but I am interested in jumping into that and testing it out and seeing if it's any type of fun. So we'll see. I might actually get into that tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, with that being said, ad break is still coming up very soon. Do appreciate it. Goodbye. Get some good rest. Let's see. I'm dressing up as a voodoo master. That's actually why I was lurking for so long. I was trying on your costume. Nice. Everyone has such interesting Fear to Fathom. Okay, there we go. I didn't know what the name was. Everyone has such interesting costume ideas and stuff. I feel like for me, I was very generic with my costume whenever I was younger, just a cloth over me and I'm just like a ghost, I was more about the candy whenever I was a kid. It was less about the costumes and dressing up a specific way. It was really just I just wanted candy, and the dress up was kind of my little ploy to get included into being able to get candy and stuff like that. Yeah, that was what I was super interested in. I've always been interested in just going to other people's houses and meeting people and just taking their candy for free. It's fun. It's always fun. It's fun and it's fun and it's interesting. Let's see. Oh, and there are the ads. Once again, everyone, I really do appreciate everyone who's sticking by after the ads. If you have subs, Turbo, etc., you get 3 hours with me for free, as always. Not really technically free, but you get 3 minutes with me. There you go. There's actually my words. Couldn't figure them out for a little bit there. But yeah, you get 3 minutes. How does that make you feel? Hope it makes it feel good. I'd give you 100K, but I'm broke and I only have $1. Don't give me money. If you have 100K, you should use that for yourself. Pay off your house, pay off your mortgage, pay off your car stuff. Ow! V3, thank you for the 1 bit. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is 10 ads. It's a 3 minutes as always. 3 minutes and let's see. As much as I hate ads, as always, it's not really much I can control in terms of the ads because it's just 3 minutes. I prefer having all the ads at once instead of spreading them out over an hour, because I think it's very annoying when you have 15-30-second ads just randomly splayed through every 5 minutes. Ow! And I thank you for the 10 bits too. I appreciate it. Oh yeah. Can we have the other ending of the mortuary assistant? Yeah, we should get back into that too. I do want to try Fears to Fathom tomorrow first, because that has been something on my list for a while. But after that we can definitely jump into mortuary assistant again and then kind of get the other 3 endings hopefully after that, and then see how it goes. I think I can do it It shouldn't be too difficult. But we'll see, because it does, like, I do have like 0 clues on how to get the other 3 endings, so I'll just have to figure it out without, like, you know, hopefully I can figure it out. I honestly, at this point, I don't even know. I don't. But we'll see. JSG, good to see you too. I should wait until the ad break is done once again. About 45 seconds, give or take, with the ad break coming up. We really do appreciate it, as always. Welcome in. Hope you're having a nice Sunday, JSG. Have you gotten some good rest today? Have you gotten a chance to kind of chill and vibe? Oh yeah. Excuse me real quick while I check something. Oh my god. Ow. Vampiria, thank you for the 10 bits too. I appreciate it. Why is everyone hitting me today? But thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Does mean a lot. I'm just checking some stuff in the background because I'm a little bit busy doing some stuff. I'm like, because there are some things that I should have planned out a little bit better with my time today, but I did like I did have a lot to do because I've been kind of putting things off recently because I've been streaming so much, which is like never really an excuse, but I mean, it is what it is sometimes. Treat abuse. Yeah, welcome back everyone from the ad break. Hope you are doing super duper well. Hope you enjoyed your ad little jail, and thank you for your patience as always. You know, I don't love ads either, but they kind of have to happen for pre-rolls to be taken out of the equation. So I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Just checking some stuff right now because I'm a little bit busy. Now, Jesus, that hurt. Thank you for the throw a lot too. Your mouth is bleeding. 1 second. I'm so sorry. You're so fine. Once again, you're all good. I really do appreciate it. I know how it is. Just checking out some stuff. I'll be done with this pretty soon. Oh, okay. Sorry. There we go. That makes sense. Oh, flat fishes are so weird looking. No, I completely agree. Sorry, I'm just like starting to get a little tired early tonight. I think it's because my sleep schedule is starting to become finally normalized. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Never thought it would be the day that I would feel tired on stream like at this time. We're pretty early in. I still feel like we could definitely go for like a few more hours, I feel like, but should I want to. Sean says, I'm heading to bed. Have a nice time, everyone. Love you all. Yep, definitely. I really do appreciate it. Thanks so much. Get some good rest. I know it's like, once again, it's like Sunday. A lot of people have work tomorrow. It's really big. Totally understandable. Definitely get some rest. It just sucks because I feel like I wish people had like more vacation time, you know, because I really like enjoying like vacations, especially if you have the chance to go visit like friends and stuff. Because there was this one time, I've talked about this maybe once or twice before on stream, but I've been to a so I went to Florida a long time ago. Thank you for the lurk, Vampiria. I appreciate it. I went to Florida like maybe a year or two ago to visit some friends and stuff, which was like super fun. I really enjoyed going to visit friends, and going out. Thank you for the throw, team. Going to Florida was an interesting time because the friends that I were visiting were my online friends, and I had never actually met any of them in person, but I've known them for years. Like I've known them since like middle school or something like that, which is like super crazy if you think about it, how long I've known them for. And so I went to Florida to go visit them, and it was like this crazy experience, and it was really fun. It was like the first time I had ever drank with a group of people too, and it was also the first time I've ever gotten like, what's the word that I want to use? Gotten like drunk so bad that I had like a hangover the next day. It was like the first ever time something like that has ever happened to me, because I'm not really big on drinking. I feel like I'm the only type of person to like drink in a social setting. I feel like drinking by yourself just doesn't really give you that like feel that you would get from like drinking with other people, because it's not like a social thing, it's not like fun, right? But the whole trip to Florida of itself was so weird. And I don't know why I used that particular word, because there was just so much happened during that small amount of time. It was kind of just crazy to me. And the reason why I say it's like kind of crazy to me is because like there was one point during the trip where we ended up getting like a gun pulled on us, which was like crazy. Because I think what the story was, we had woken up one day and we had decided to go buy groceries for the Airbnb that we were living at the time during the trip. And so I think like a group of 4 of us, that includes me, we had decided to go to Publix. If you've ever been to a Publix before, the grocery store. And so we ended up going to a Publix to order, like, to get some groceries, order some food, maybe get some more drinks, do a lot of different things, kind of prep up for the night that was coming. And so we kind of drove there to buy all our stuff. And then we went in, we bought all our stuff, bought everything, and we decided to leave and come back home to the Airbnb. And so while we were doing that, basically what happens is, I guess like we were driving in the car and there was like a truck, right? And this truck, like, I guess was in a lane that was like starting to merge into our lane, and they really wanted to get in front of us, but I guess my friend like didn't notice, or maybe it just like, I don't really remember exactly what happened, but they like weren't able to like merge in, so they had to merge in like behind us, right? Which, you know, I didn't really think much of it. I mean, I don't think that kind of stuff is like that serious. I don't think like, I don't think it's that serious. I genuinely don't think it's really that serious. But at some point they did like pull up beside us, or at some point they like pulled up and they just kind of like they pulled out their little pew pew and then started waving it around and pointing it at us, and it was like crazy. I don't know. Florida was such an interesting experience. I don't know if you like, if anyone like lives near Florida or has ever been to Florida, but one, it feels so flat. I don't know why. Florida just feels like such a flat land. Another thing about Florida that I always found really interesting whenever I was down there was their architecture was really interesting. Never really seen quite something similar in another state. Very interesting architecture. Another thing that's really interesting about Florida too, that I realized was, man, y'all got some crazy drivers. Like the people who drive there are just like so bad. I remember like the when going from like Georgia, I think it was like Georgia to Florida. I don't remember. It was like at some point during the ride, you could visibly tell like the driving got worse. Like you could feel like the driving got worse. Because I was in the car with Tajik. It was just me and him in the car, and he was driving. And it was just like so insane, because there were times where it felt like we were literally gonna crash. Like it was so bad, so insane. And back, not having a good time right now, but your stream makes me feel better, and I feel better already. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Hopefully your situation goes much better. Not only crazy drivers, but crazy people. I don't know. I just like, I hate calling people crazy, because it's like a generalization. But it's just like so rough. And thank you for the vibing cat redeem. Thanks so much. Oh. And the pufferfish redeem. Thank you. Your mouth is bleeding more? You should definitely get that checked out or something, bro. Stop watching stream, go get it checked out. Hopefully it's like nothing too serious. But yeah, no, it was like such a crazy kind of like thing, because for me, I feel like whenever I went on this trip, I was thinking that it was gonna be super chill and like super fun and like not have like many issues or anything like that, especially since like we were going down there for we went down to Florida to go attend one of my friends like graduations, you know, like one of my friends graduations, because it was like he was graduating high school. I think at the time I was in college still, and so I was like really interested in going to attend his graduation, because I've known this guy since I was in middle school. I feel like that's something that I have to like mention too, is like a lot of these friends that I have, I've known them for so long, and the thing is, I've never ever seen them before in real life, but we're really close. And I feel like that's something that's so interesting about our time nowadays, is like you can be, you know, you can be friends with somebody so far away nowadays, and it's just like so insane to me how you can build such like, you know, genuine relationships online. It's so cool that that's like an option now, because you get to meet such a diverse number of people, but you do actually have to be like a little safe, because like a lot of times you don't know like the people kind of you know, sometimes you don't know the people like, you know, online, and you have to be a little bit safe, and you shouldn't like give out too much information. Did you hear that, by the way? That little alarm there? Yeah, that's I don't know if you heard that. Gray Wind, good evening, Mr. Tree. How are you doing? Hello to everyone in chat as well. Hope y'all are well. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. We're just doing chatting as always. I really love chatting streams. I think I do chatting streams all the time. It's my favorite thing to do, because I get to talk with people about a bunch of different topics. They get to kind of like talk about like interesting questions or interesting topics themselves. And I think that's like the biggest appeal itself to Twitch, is being able to talk with somebody and talk with a chat with similar interests. I think that's always like fun. As much as I love playing a game and then people watching me play a game and then interacting during a game, I feel like games definitely are difficult to like interact with too, because you know, it's like one of those things where you do have to like focus on the game and then focus on chat, and then like things get missed, and so it's just like I'd rather focus on what we're doing here, because I think it's much more interesting, much more fun. Just super cool. Yeah, that was my phone ringing. That's like my sleep time phone, because whenever I was at school, I used to sleep at like this time, like 11 p.m., which is crazy. Have you ever thought about me sleeping at 11 p.m.? It's like insane, because I'm usually like a 9 a.m. sleeper. But recently I used to sleep super early. I used to be like a very early sleeper during school. Man, I kind of miss those days too, because like I feel like my schedule was just so much more normal, so much more normalized. Let's see. Sorry, I have to leave. My sister is bothering me about playing Dress to Impress. That is so fine. That is so fine. Have a good time. Have a good time. And you don't have a car. What do? I'm panicking. You're fine. Just try calling your parents. Yeah, you definitely should call your parents if something is very serious. But yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Hopefully everyone else is doing great in chat too, as always. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted. I'm gonna ignore this DM, and I'm going to ignore this message request. I'm gonna keep this on just in case. Sorry. Can you pick two colors between orange, purple, pink, yellow, orange, purple, pink, red, yellow, green, gold, and silver? I'm making a bracelet and want to know what colors you want. That's fair. I like gold and silver personally. I think they're really cool, but that's because of my bias towards like the Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver games. A little bit of a bias there. They were very cool. My first Pokemon game, very interesting. Let's see. Hello again. Unfortunately, I cannot stay for the stream, but I came back to wish everyone a good night, day, evening, and a wonderful stream. Remember to hydrate and have a snack if you haven't. Yes, definitely. Thanks for stopping by and telling me that. I really do appreciate it. Get some good rest. All right. I appreciate it. And Ellie, good to see you too. Welcome in. Yeah, I know it's very, very late right now. I know it's like a Sunday once again. You know, I would stream earlier if I had a little bit more time today, but usually I have a lot of stuff to do on Sundays too. And so once again, I really do apologize for it. I've been getting bots in my random message requests. Yeah, no, I haven't really been getting bots. I've just been getting kind of like, I don't want to use the word crazy people because I think that's like fairly mean, but I've been getting messages from people that are a little bit more not what I would want to see, quote unquote, like in a more like kind of like, I don't want to see like that kind of content, please, on my feeds. Please don't send it to me in my DMs. I really would really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, it's a little crazy, not you know, it's like how long have you been watching my stream, really? Because it's only been like a month and you're already like DMing me and sending me this crazy stuff, and I'm also like never talked to you like even on stream and off stream, and it's just like, what the heck? So crazy. But yeah, go get them. I appreciate it. Get some rest. Take care of yourself. Most definitely. You do want to take care of yourself always. Yeah, I don't know really what to say, because it's just like, I hate being like rude or mean to people at the end of the day. And like, if you know, like sometimes like, that's why like my DMs were open, because, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking like, if people have something really important to say or something comes up, feel free to just like DM me, right? Because then I can like see it and I totally understand. But then people have like kind of used that in like a way that I haven't really been anticipating. And so it's like a little bit unhinged. It's kind of like when, you know, people get like dick pics and I'm also sitting here like, what the heck? I just got like this nude, which is like insane. But please don't send me that. Ow. I appreciate it. Ow. Show Willow. Hope I said your username right. I really do apologize if I messed it up. Welcome into the stream. My name is Tree, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. I am a capybara VTuber who runs the Capybara. We are doing a simple, casual chatting stream. It's, you know, we really like chatting streams here. We really like having a good time. Feel free to bring up, that's like, you know, feel free to bring up any topics, chat about anything, lurk, do whatever you want to do. That's one way to hear the first thing I hear joining the stream. Yeah. I'm just bringing it up again, you know, just for people who are just coming in. If you do end up joining the Discord, if you do end up joining the community, please don't DM me stuff like that. I'm very flattered, like I was saying earlier, but also I don't want to get flashbanged at 3 a.m. at night. I'm just, you know, yes, I am awake, but I would prefer not to get flashbanged. Thank you very much. But like I said, I feel like a lot of people won't do it. I'm just saying, you know, just don't. I wanted to just say that it has happened and to just not send it to me. I am at my house because your uni is suspended. I gotcha. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy. For the suspension. Silver and gold are the hardest colors to do because of them being slicker rubber bands, but if you really want gold and silver, I will do it. I guess you could do something like orange silver, I guess. I don't know. Just any color you think works. Orange is always cool and interesting too. We can abuse Treat with throwing stuff, but non-comfy stuff is a line we shouldn't cross. I agree. I have a lot of respect for you guys. I really genuinely do. I also have a lot of respect for myself, at least most of the time. And so, you know, don't send your own pics through DMs, because like, you should respect yourself and not send a random dude on the internet that kind of stuff, even if you enjoy his content. Thank you. Please don't do that. With that being said, hopefully that makes any type of sense. Not trying to offend anyone, you know. I appreciate some people who are very like the people who are very very confident in their physical form, you know. Props to you. Just you know, I don't want to get flamed. Oh jeez, crazy. I'm back. My mouth stopped bleeding. Good to hear it. Welcome back. I'm glad that you're okay. I can't decide on colors and want choices from you for the basets. Okay. Let me see what the choices were again for this bracelet. Do I feel like a pink and a red could be cool combo. I don't really know. Never really made braces myself, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, like I was saying before, yeah, please don't send me that. That's about it. Like I said, if you actually have something really urgent to send me, I don't mind if you add me and send me something. Like I said, most of the time I don't really care. I don't really have any issues with people sending me anything. Just you know, just like I just have to make it clear that, like, you know, if you join the Discord, you should be able to DM me without adding me as a friend. Like that should be enabled. So like, don't abuse it, I guess, question mark, because I'm gonna be active in the general channels anyway, like the general public chats anyway. So like, if you want to talk, I'm like right there, you know. Ask me any question, you know, and I'm free, and I'm you know, I'm there, I'm ready. And thank you for your first message, Koya. Hope I said your username right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing super good. Welcome in. My name is Street, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. I am a capybara VTuber who runs the cafe bar. I hope you're doing super duper well. We're just doing a chatting stream as always. It's getting a little bit late for a lot of people, so like I totally understand. But we're just doing a normal chatting stream, having a good time, chatting about a bunch of things. Feel free to bring up topics, ask me questions, do anything that would make you comfortable, that isn't like, you know, gonna make other people uncomfortable, if that makes sense, because I feel like comfort is definitely our #1 priority, if possible, if that makes any sense at all. It's kind of the whole goal I want to try, because like I feel like I want to try to be as inclusive to people as possible. I feel like that's really really important to be able to do for a community, because a lot of people's like circumstances are different, and I don't want to force anyone to like conform to like my personal, like, you know, you need to do this or you need to do that, you know. Like I'm not really that type of person, I think, in general. But also there are things that I do have boundaries set for and are pretty strict with, because it's like I don't want to ruin other people's experience, right? If that makes any sense. Because sometimes, you know, you know, there's a lot of people watching, and so it's like it's nice to be able to kind of like provide, I guess you could sense a sense of like community, and a sense of like you know, being able to like bond with people and get to know with people, but also like provide like a safe space to like chat without having like any issues. And that's like one of the main things that I want to try and push for. You know, I'm in like a really good position nowadays to be able to do something similar to that, which is really nice and very cool. Like even recently I've been seeing so many things, I think, about our community that I feel like is really nice to be able to see, which is really cool. You have both of your ghost accounts on this stream. I'm using my phone to text on the stream. You don't have to do that. I mean, I appreciate it, but like I don't know if Twitch even works the way like that. But yeah, no, I appreciate it. Comfy vibes only. Yeah, I don't wanna see any non-comfy vibes in my DMs. Smile. But comfy is always good. I like comfy vibes because I think it provides like a place where some like people can relax. A lot of times people have a lot of stuff like in the background, like work, like they're working or like kind of like out doing something, and so like having the stream up is really nice too. And I kind of like making stuff like that like be possible, because a lot of times I feel like, I don't know, and this makes me a little self-conscious sometimes, because I feel like I do content kind of differently than other VTubers.
And it makes me feel a little bit self-conscious because I'm just like, should I be a little bit more like mainstream in a sense? Like, should I be doing things differently? I don't know. I don't really want to personally, because I'm enjoying my time doing what I'm doing now. It's just like sometimes it makes me feel like I'm just different, because like the way that I will see my friends stream and the way that like I see other people stream in like the similar niche, and just like, you know, people who make content like just around me, they just do things so differently, if that makes sense. They do things very differently, and it makes me a little bit self-conscious because I'm just like, should I do that too, or am I like doing something wrong? I don't know. It's like things to think about sometimes. Because I do think that what I do on stream is a little different, if that makes any sense. I don't really typically do very similar things to other people. I've tried that before in the past. Like, I mean, a lot of people here don't know how my streams used to be in the past, except maybe JSG. But like JSG, like I had like, whenever I first started streaming, it was like this, what I'm doing right now. But then I like transitioned to doing more like energetic content. But then I realized that wasn't really for me. Like, I can do it, and I don't think it was disingenuous at all, because that was like a side of me. But it's just like, I just prefer this type of content that we do now so much more than what I was doing before, because what I was doing before was very tiring, and then it just wasn't what I was like personally interested in. I don't know, it's like one thing to consider sometimes as like a streamer, sometimes like what you want to kind of like take your content and how to like navigate it. It's like something always to like think about, because I feel like recently too, especially, I've just been kind of doing my own thing. I don't really strategize a lot with stuff because I just think it's like too much effort and too much work. Not to say that I don't want to put the work in, because I do want to, especially since it's like there's, you know, all your guys' support like kind of makes me want to like give back more in terms of like content and stuff. But also I know how bad the burnout can be sometimes when you like put way too much effort into something, because you do kind of burn out sometimes, and I don't want that to be like the reality of me like pushing myself too hard to do like a specific thing and burning out. Because like, you know, I've already gotten people saying that they would come find me and beat me up if I take another break again, which is crazy, and it is just a joke, but yeah, no, it's just funny to me sometimes, which is why like I've been trying to keep myself like a little bit more like grounded in doing like content in general, if that makes any type of sense. That being said though, what time is it right now? It's not even like 12. Wow, I feel like I'm like a lot more tired than I should be normally. Maybe my schedule is fixed. You know, that makes me so like happy a little bit, but also like a little sad too, because I'm just like, if my schedule is fixed now, does that mean that I get to stream less? I don't know. Or maybe we start earlier. That could be an interesting kind of like angle to look at it that way. Can I get a for people who are interested in answering this particular question, because I know there's a lot of lurkers, what is your current like time right now? Because I do want to see if me streaming earlier is actually like better for everyone, because I think my schedule has been like a little bit better recently, that I might actually be able to stream earlier instead of waiting for my usual time to stream. But if it's like too early, then I probably won't. We'll like see. I don't want to like drastically switch my stream time, if that makes any type of sense, from the norm. It just might be like maybe an hour or two earlier, so that we get a little bit more time to like do some stuff, so that like you don't have to like be going to sleep super late
I feel like that's like, because like that's an issue that I personally have, is like whenever I watch people's streams, sometimes I'll just watch them so late into the night, and it kind of messes up my sleep schedule really badly. You get out of school around 3 p.m. and right now for you it is 10-11 p.m. So yeah, I could probably do it earlier. Oh my gosh. Remember that it's not just your audience you should worry about. If you're having a job, especially have a streamer, you should enjoy doing it. Everyone here wants you to enjoy things as much as they do. And if you need to take a break or you need to change things up, make yourself happier, then do so. And if anyone has a problem with you doing what you want instead of what they want, then yeah, no, that's also fair. Yeah, no, that's super fair. Thanks for the update. I could end up probably starting a little bit earlier, honestly. No, I get it. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, I do feel somewhat like obligated to provide as much content as I can, because like recent support has been kind of insane and I've grown a lot recently. And so I do want to like try and give back more in that kind of sense. But also I do, and I, you know, because I've been doing this for quite a while now, like a few years now. And so like if I am in the position of like, you know, not being able to do something, I will definitely speak up on it. I definitely would speak up on it. Because like, you know, I definitely understand how bad it can be sometimes with burnout. I mean, burnout's one of those things where you have to really understand that like over time, you do something over and over again. It's like things do start getting a little bit like more habitual. Oh, I get a text message. Huh. Who's texting me at this time currently? We care for you, Ren. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. You're a great person, and I will watch you until you no longer stream, which I appreciate it. I don't think that I would... Wei? Hi. Why are you calling me? Oh. Well, then why are you texting me? Oh. Yeah. I'm still streaming right now, but okay. Well, I'm gonna call you in a bit then, like after, okay? Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. That was my sister. I don't know if you heard her or not, but yeah. That's super wild. But I appreciate it a lot. I really do appreciate it. I do want to play more games and stuff soon. I have like a lot of stuff planned out. The Fear to Fathom games are going to be a lot of fun. I have those planned out. At some point, I want to finish up Mortuary Assistant for sure, because like there are still 3 endings that we don't have. Ow! Jesus. God of the gays, thank you for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Hope you're doing super well. My name is Tree, otherwise known as Ren Nezumi. I am a capybara VTuber who runs the capybara. Welcome into the stream. We are currently just doing a chatting stream where we chat about any and everything. I'm just trying to hello. I am just trying to plan out kind of like what potential games we might be playing in the future in this chatting stream right now, because I have nothing else to do. We will probably finish up the Mortuary Assistant very soon. Thank you for the throw redeem. We will be finishing up Mortuary Assistant. There is about 3 endings that we haven't done, and then so we will do that. Fear to Fathom is kind of what we might be doing tomorrow, because I've been thinking about it for a while now. It does seem like it will fit the month that we're in, and it's gonna be like a lot of fun, and it's gonna be really interesting. So we're definitely can definitely do that. I am interested in playing Crime Scene Cleaner at some point. I've seen a lot of other VTubers play it. I am very interested in it because a lot of people have said that it is very good, and so I will probably jump into that at some point, and we will see if it's like as good as they say. What other horror games slash simulator games could I potentially play that I have on my list of things? Not quite sure quite yet right now. We'll probably see. I'll probably play it as we go. Let's see. Mouthwashing is also a interesting horror game that I could play too. I've had people recommend that one to me. We could try that soon. It is on the list of things to play. Let's see. The Fear to Fathom. I know the Fear to Fathom games, there's multiple ones. So we have like options to choose from there. Poppy's Playtime. That's also one that I should play too, because I know there's like multiple games. I haven't played most of them. What else is there? Outside of that, there's like a bunch of like multiplayer horror games that we could try out at some point. I would try Phasmophobia, but the only issue with Phasmophobia is I've played it to death. I used to only religiously play. Oh, is my model dead, by the way? Sorry. Whoopsie. The phone call messed up my model. Give me a second. Sorry about that. How do I fix this? There we go. Fix it. That was weird. I'm back. Sorry. Yes, it has been resynced. Your model's so cute. I appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome into the stream. Back from Unsaid Lurk. Welcome back. And hello, Anna. Hope you're doing super good. In regards to Crime Scene Cleaner, I have to buy it sometime soon. I've heard it's similar to Power Wash Simulator. I have heard the same thing, that it's very, very similar to Power Wash Sim. Not a horror game, but I wanted to suggest it again since it's a cheap, good graphic and cozy game. Lost Ember. Cool. I can definitely put that down on the list too. Yeah, there's like a lot of things that we could potentially play in the near future. But we got multiple like Fear to Fathom games to go through. We have Mouthwashing to go through too. That's gonna be a fun one. What else? There's like a bunch of those like very, very cheap multiplayer horror games like Devour, Lunch Lady, Panicore. What else are there? I guess Lethal Company, but I feel like Lethal Company is less horror, and I feel like Lethal Company is more like think of the Pedro team. Pedro. Yeah, no, I do think that Lethal Company is less of a horror game and more of like, I guess you could say like a thriller to an extent. I don't know why. I just feel like I never really get scared in Lethal. I just get more like spooked, and like I feel like it's like very like it's like not the same style of horror that I like associate with horror, because I'm used to like horror games being very cheap jump scares. But I don't know if that's like an issue of my taste of horror games or not, like, because you know that is like a thing. I'm also used to playing games like Outlast as like horror, but those are like, you know, you just get chased the entire time. There's a little bit less jump scare or more chase sequences and figuring out like puzzles and stuff, which is super fun. There's a game called Content Warning, which is horror. Yeah, I played Content Warning with my friends online actually a while back when it first came out. Do people still play that game? As much as I think that game is like really interesting and I really like the concept, I thought they weren't really making much like more content for it, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong though. I haven't really went back to like check it out in a really, really long time, so I could just be completely wrong. I could just be saying stuff to say stuff. Has happened a lot in the past, but I don't really know much of it now. Yeah, like I've seen like when it first came out, there was so many people playing it, and then all of a sudden it just boop fell over. Haven't seen it since. And thank you for the throw, Quack. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Must show streamer this. What is that? That is a crazy emote. Another notification. Huh. Okay. Wow. But I do have a lot of games like lined up to play soon, because like, as much as I love chatting streams, and I will always say that like my favorite types of streams are chatting streams, it is really nice to switch things up with games. I think having a game is always like super fun because you get to sit down and really like enjoy something. Chatting is fun, but like you can't do chatting all the time. Like, come on, you can't do chatting all the time. I don't even have enough saliva for that. I really don't. I would say FNAF, but the lore is iffy, so I have no idea if you would be okay with it. I've seen a lot of people play Five Nights at Freddy's. I personally have never gotten into it though. It could possibly be because like the gameplay doesn't really speak to me as much as like some of the other horror games. I like taking a more like active, like being able to roam around kind of role when playing horror games, because it kind of like lets me put myself into it. I think like if I don't, I could be wrong, and do correct me if I am, because like I said, I've never actually played a Five Nights at Freddy's game, but you're like in a room and you look at cameras and you have to like open and close a door, if I remember correctly. That's like the most important part, right? I don't know much about like the lore to Five Nights at Freddy's, to be completely honest with you, outside of what I think Markiplier does for his like videos, because I do watch a lot of Markiplier videos with that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's like the most, like the big, like the extent of the stuff that I've seen in terms of that, if that makes any type of sense at all. You should play Danganronpa. I don't know, it's a little bit too gruesome for me, I'll be honest with you. I've seen a lot of like clips of it, and it does seem a little bit more like suited for like people not of my like taste, if that makes any type of sense. Yeah, it's like a trip and a half, and I don't know if I'm quite ready for that personally. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just checking some stuff out right now. I do apologize once again. Security breach. Oh, you know, a security breach does exist. I completely forgot about security breach. You know what? That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Dang. Wait, security breach is super interesting. I forgot that one existed. That's the one where you're like, oh, you like, it's the one where you can get inside of like a Freddy and you like run around and stuff. I remember having the game. I don't know if I still have it anymore. I don't know if I like, or if it was like on a family share account that I had with somebody else. I don't really know off the top of my head. But no, I know exactly what you're talking about. That is a good idea. That is a really good idea. Okay, sorry. I'm just like checking some stuff out right now. With that being said, I think I actually might end stream here. It's getting like, I'm starting to get a little bit more tired than I would have expected or wanted to be. And my sleep schedule has started to become a little bit better. So I do want to try and get to sleep earlier tonight to see if I am able to, maybe if I'm able to like get some more rest and stuff, if that makes any sense. And then we can stream early tomorrow so I can play like a horror game and stuff. I do think that that might be a good plan here. I know it was a little bit shorter of a stream. I did start a little bit later than I wanted to. But right now, I just kind of mentally feel like not all here, if that makes sense. So we should get some rest. Everyone should get some rest. I should probably get some rest too, because it is like super late. And then Olivia says, I just want to stop by and say goodnight and have a wonderful stream. Yeah, we're actually ending stream here. But thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. We're just ending stream because I'm getting a little bit tired and I do want to prep up for tomorrow's stream. I'm trying to like rest up, everything like that. All right, sleep well, Tree. Thank you for the stream. I appreciate it. Get some good rest. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try streaming a little bit earlier tomorrow, maybe 6 p.m., 7 p.m. my time instead of like the 8 something p.m. So like people get a little bit longer of streams. We're gonna be playing the Fear to Fathom game. It's either Fear to Fathom or Mouthwashing, and either one works for me. I need to figure it out. I don't know which one I want to do yet, but we will do one of those, and they're both scary, I think. But I will see you guys in the Discord, hopefully. With that being said, we will raid, you know what? Why not? Seems like a good raid. All right, get some good rest, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for the amazing chat. I had a really, really good time. Thank you. Yeah, we're probably gonna do Fears to Fathom. Fears to Fathom. That's the original goal, and I think that's what we're gonna do for sure. Good night. Get some good rest. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. I really, really do appreciate it. It's gonna be super fun. It's gonna be super fun. Capybara raid. Thank you, JSG, for that one. There is the raid message. Capybara raid. Appreciate it. Get some rest. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you, Jay, too, for that one. For the people who don't have a sub, use the one that Jay sent. And if you do have a sub, use the one that JSG sent. Or Dunce. Dunce works too. All of those works. All of those work. Do whatever you want.